This is how you get, or this is how you water down shit so it don't be watered down. You fucking get whatever it is you trying to get, then you use it the way you know to use it. Then you check to see if you're using it correctly. That's not watering it down, but you're getting the chance to use it and make mistakes if you're going to make some mistakes. And it clarifies you, whereas watering shit down makes you avoid making mistakes.
You wanna end yourselves. You're depressed. You're sad. You're lonely. And then here's the key of their drug they laying on you. What do you always say? How do I get my girl back? How do I get the relationship back? You don't want her back. You want the feeling she gave you because you couldn't give it to yourself. And that's why all these things are going wrong with a lot of you guys, based off the fact that y'all ain't learning the motherfucking game the way you should be.
You learn so much at SW. For instance, we cover things like timing and flow. Without those two things clicking, you will never catch that woman you after. Timing has to do with how fast or how slow your conversation is coming out your mouth. And flow has to do with how you phrase your statements, so the words will flow clearly from your mouth. It's imperative that you have a spiel that introduces or brings the conversation in.
Regardless of what the woman says, or it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because he sees himself as a prize. And gentlemen, if you don't see yourself as a prize, you will always run behind women. You will always run behind pussy. It's just a rule of the game, dog. It's just how it is. But what I'm saying to all you guys out there that's important, guys, again, is that the thing is that you have to have some kind of a composure in yourself and a belief in yourself that most of you guys just don't have. The man, or what I tell you, the villain, the guy that gets the woman to want to fuck him and want to be with him, he understands that the real allure and magnetism, again, is not trying to bombard somebody, as I was telling you guys before. It is all about the element of his appeal that he has and holds to himself.
You can if you want to, but I wouldn't just start hitting on the bitch. No, I got 4 or 5 things of interest to me that I'm gonna say to her, and her interest with these things is gonna tell me if I should talk to this bitch or not. I got a plan for everything. I have a plan for everything. So if you don't, you better get with it. You got to have these initial lines, and you got to be able to spin them smoothly. I teach my students to expect to win. In anything you're doing, expect to goddamn win. If it's about eating breakfast with some partners, still, I ain't trying to be the first one finished, but I'm expecting to win at that. I don't really know anything that I would do that I wouldn't expect to win. And I always do, because I'm expecting no more than what I can do.
Your reality versus the reality we're trying to put you into are worlds apart. Okay? There is no failure in my world. I keep telling you, y'all don't fail. You never fail in your new reality. But when you have an expectation of pussy and you don't get what you want, you see it as a failure because you labeled it as failing.
Kicking game with Rosebud Dean on the scene. Breaking down the play, learning what it means. Picking up women, got the scheme locked in. Macking so hard, got your head in a spin. Rolling in the whip, bass thumping real hot. 808 bumping, every line's a plot. Teaching all the moves, slick talk, straight facts. Confidence so high, ain't no looking back. Game tight, never fumble, understand. Mental playbook, always got the upper hand. Picking up smooth talk, know the plan. King of the scene, no one else can. Mic checking, Dean preaching from the stage. Rosebud smooth, charisma never age. Trap the bass, hearts race, every bar's a sage. Breaking down the code, living in the mage.
I don't know why I'm bouncing off that shit, dog. It's like bouncing off that shit.
Hey, that shit be dope, man.
Yeah, what's that bouncing off that shit, man? What's going on, bud? What's up,
Oh
man?
man, everything is going on, man.
Everything is up.
Dean, I'll be, in these counseling sessions, and I mean, I like them, but it's something I'm realizing that, we got to address.
What's that, brother?
They don't understand that if they want something, not only do you have to go get it, but you can't make it easy for you to get. That's what they try to do, make everything easy. They want to. Well, that's why they water everything down. But they need to realize that Abba is raw. If you don't get it raw and use it raw, you're not gonna get that certain attitude that having game will give you, man. And that's really a big point.
Wait a second. Did you say Abba
Yeah, this Abba is raw, man.
I don't understand. Okay, Abba. All right. Well, it's
Hey, Dean, when I used to see Tay, we rolling, I'm just not seeing he coming to town or whatever. What's going on, man? The nigga say nothing but this Abba.
Nothing but Abba.
Nothing but this Abba, man. That's how we say it, man, back then.
Well, shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to everybody listening, guys. We appreciate all you guys out here listening to the show, guys. If you have a question, gentlemen, please put a Q if you have a question. The lines are open if you want to call in. We're talking about, do your dreams outpace your reality? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. My dog, Bud, let's get into it, man. Let's chop it up because you have a lot of great points here and everything that you're saying, guys. So, guys, please get your crayons out and ask questions and everything. And should your dreams and goals match your abilities? All right. So let's talk about, Bud, at first glance, it makes sense to align your dreams with your current abilities. But true growth happens when you push beyond what you think you're capable of. And I love talking about that. I'll throw it to you first, but what say you on that, Bud?
See, Dean, that's what these guys, they probably just think we doing podcasts. But we think of these damn topics because these topics are very important. And the reason they're important is because they're what makes the total you. You break yourself down too. And see, we know these things and we discuss these things about ourselves. But the topics we speak about are the very topics you're going to find yourself curious about at one time or another in your life. And most of these topics you don't address because of your lack of curiosity or the lack of a solve a problem attitude. At first glance, like Dean said, this shit, seems like they should align. Mm-hmm. That's what most of us did growing up. We found something we was good at, and if we were lucky, we one day made money at it. But true growth doesn't happen until you push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Dreams and goals, they should challenge you, not cut you off at the knees. I wanted to be an auto mechanic.
What?
I thought that when I was a kid. Listen, let me tell you, man. My old man owned the gas station, and the dude. Listen, man, I'm serious. All I noticed was the ones that worked on the cars had all the goddamn women.
Yo, oh, so you thought okay, all right. So you wanted to be an auto mechanic because you saw the auto mechanics had all the women, right?
Man, they had all the goddamn women, man.
Oh,
And women are studying, coming up to them and talking to them and shit. But but I didn't realize that I was the kind of dude, I didn't like shit under my fingernails.
oh, the grease and dirt under the
Oh
nails.
man, all that shit was
All
under
that
my
shit.
fingernails,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
soon I realized that wasn't my thing, man.
Oh
And
man.
I'm
Wow.
telling you, from realizing that, I realized I didn't want to get dirty, working. So that kind of led
Oh,
me to
bro.
noticing what everything I noticed about the streets that was attractive.
All right, so wait, I'm sorry, I'm being laughing. It's just funny to me, man. I'm trying to transition auto mechanic to pimp. I'm trying to see how somebody knows who wants to work on engines and everything. Has a little ring on probably his pinky finger and shit like that, riding a caddy. I can't see that, man. That's a huge transition, but it goes to show that at the moment that your reality, so it kind of ties in what we're talking about, because your reality at the time was this is what I wanted to be, but you didn't see anything past that reality.
But see, it wasn't the reality. It was just something my curiosity, drew me to. And when I got to working on cars, and always the only thing I was doing after helping pops was cleaning my fucking fingernails. I hated that shit, man. All this
Yes.
oil and a black line under
Yeah.
that shit was just so nasty. And that didn't lead me to, wanting to be a pimp. But wanting my hands to stay clean probably started me thinking that way. What could I do to not get dirty? I'm thinking of all kind of shit, man.
Well, okay, so and it kind of ties into the show, but all right, so we've got it. Okay, let's talk about this because with you, okay, so your reality at first was auto mechanic because you didn't want the dirt under your nails and all this other stuff. There had to be something in you that expanded or went outside that reality and say, I don't want to be here. I want to be there. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of guys have that's where the problem comes in at, because you said, I don't want to. Okay, think about this, bud. You said, I don't want to. And what you didn't do, what most guys do, is what I call put it on paper. Okay, so bud, you're doing the mechanic thing. And if you were most guys today, you would just get a notebook and say, man, I don't want to be a mechanic anymore. But then you go back and being a mechanic. What you did was you didn't write it down. You put it to action. You see what I'm saying? You carried over instead of staying where you're at. You see what I'm saying, bud?
Yeah, I see what you said, man. But see, life is a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And what was happening with me at this time, because I was under 12. I was under 12 years old, maybe 10.
Yes.
But what was happening with me was, when you helping your pops, he might be a carpenter or whatever. If what you doing, hitting them nails and doing the work of a carpenter, if that shit, if you like it, you'll find yourself wanting to work with pops a lot. Now, I fucking liked working on cars, I thought, but that was before pops would actually let me work on cars. But once I started working on cars, it didn't take a week before no, this ain't me, because of that fucking dirt. And then the clothes, I don't know if you know.
Get the grease on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna say, man. I don't know if you know, but back in the day, all gas station people wore white uniforms. And if it was Texaco, it had Texaco stamp on it. If it was Chevron, it had Chevron on it, or Richfield, Boron, all that shit.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, I soon learned that I didn't want to get dirty while I was working. not that I hated auto mechanics, because right now that's my favorite shows, that Motor Trend shit. But, but what I'm saying is my abilities didn't include getting dirty like that.
Yeah, I used to watch American Chopper, you know, watching them make nothing. I love watching back then, American Chopper, where they made nothing out of something. You know, they took all the pieces and then they would create something, you know, outside of that.
You know, that Dean, that very well could be what I like about it, because I like making shit too.
Yeah, I love, you know, imagining. I love making things. You're not making things, but you know, I love watching how things come together. I love, man, I'm weird, man. I watch, you know, how America was built. Like when they talk about how, you know, have you ever had those Andes pretzels? Don't judge me.
Hey, that's what I was just going to say. They talk about how Hershey chocolate became such a bomb, man. Oh man, I watch all that shit, man.
I love watching that because it's people don't understand. It's always just that one belief in yourself, and it goes into what we're talking about: going outside your reality, but believing in yourself and saying, you know what, I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing. Like the Andes pretzel chick, you know, she was selling pretzels and shit, and then she decided, well, you know, I'm not making a lot of money on this. Let me try to change the pretzel by what? Adding more butter and cinnamon. It was an old recipe. And that's what kicked that motherfucker off. You know, if you go to the mall, man, they got them pretzels with the cinnamon on it and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was watching how that bitch made that shit back in the day. And she was selling pretzels and shit. Then the pretzels really wasn't selling. Then she had an idea to go outside of reality, added butter and cinnamon, and then that shit took off to what we see today. I mean, and that's why I love watching those shows. I mean, you watch from TV dinners to, I mean, it's just amazing how everything we have today started from a point where someone had a dream, but some people kept it a dream and some people pushed that dream forward to create a new reality, man.
Hey, the thing about dreams is if you don't do nothing about them, they'll remain dreams. But if you dream and start thinking about doing something about it,
yes,
it becomes a goal. And once that goal is reached, you don't know where you're going. I mean, the thing about what we're talking about, at the bottom of it all is the idea that you believe in yourself.
Yes.
You just gotta believe in yourself. You don't know you believe in yourself until you get an idea. And when you get that idea, if you follow through with it, you believe in what you was thinking, and it may or may not turn out well for you. Most of my things that I try, they turn out pretty good for me on the completion side, but on the making money side, they don't make as much money as they could, because this is another thing about me that I know, and I hate selling shit. I do, man. I mean, I can't stand to try to talk somebody into buying my shit.
Yeah.
You really got to do that when you make, because, man, I done been a dude that went to swap meets and sold quilts and sold lighters and shit. I didn't make, all kind of shit. But you got to talk people into buying this shit, man. And you got to give them deals and shit. Man, I don't want to give you.
Wait. But how do you sell a quilt? Like, how does that even fucking work? How do you sell a quilt?
Man, my mama was called, she was known as the quilt lady. And she used to take sheets, blankets, and she used to cut them babies up and make quilts. And there was patchwork quilts. And she used to sell them, man. My mom used to make hell of money selling them quilts. And she didn't even have a job because she sold them quilts. She'd have 40 or 50 quilts that she made, and then tomorrow they'd be gone because she had made them for whoever. Not one person, but a bunch of people, and they come and get them, and they gone. This is a lot of money, man. So I wanted to learn how to make that shit. She kept saying none of her girls was doing it. And I said, you know what, mama, I let me make it, man. So I made these quilts. And they was good looking quilts. And they like 25 years ago, and I still have a quilt or two that I made. But what I'm saying is I learned how to do it. And I'm not like my mama. I ain't trying to like sell it over the phone and all of those shit. I wanted to go somewhere, so I would rent me a spot at the swap meet and set up and be there all day selling them damn quilts.
Yeah,
I
but
did that shit.
but Bud, if you notice something about you that most people don't have is that what they unfortunately do is they stay in their comfort zone. They write things down on paper. I mean, it's I guess one of my biggest things as a dating coach, and I'm probably sure that you see it as a coach as well, is that these guys, all they do is either bird watch or take notes. You know what I mean? And then they expect things to change for just writing it down. You remember school smart, street stupid. You know, they're so used to writing things down, but they don't understand the reality is not going to change by. But see, I guess that's where we come in at, where we come in that way, say, hold on, that's a block call. So let me hang this up. So what we always do at the end of the day is that we make sure that when we push and help these young men, that we push them outside of that comfort zone to let them realize that their reality, they've got to realize, Bud, that their reality is not their truth. You know what I mean? It is their truth. It's a truth, but it's not the truth. And I think that's the problem with most guys out here.
Well, you know what, Dean? The thing is, to encapsulate that and make it in a sentence, because everybody wants shit quick. The motherfuckers don't realize that when they dream something, they stay in that stage of whatever that something is. They stay in the dream stage. They don't go beyond dreaming. You know, I wanted to do some shit. Now, I took the time to cut up that material, bought me some sewing machines, and I really did that shit because I thought I wanted to, that would be what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Just when I bought them fucking books. I mean, not bought them books. When I wrote those damn books, I thought writing books was what I wanted to do, which I did. And that shit just was something for me to broaden my spectrum of things that I could do. Because I got a hell of a resume about shit I done did. I built pool tables, I done built furniture, I did all kind of shit I did because I wanted to be different as far as I don't want to be regular. I want to be some sort of entrepreneur.
Well, and I think that's the thing with most guys. They want to they want to be more than regular, but they're not doing what it takes to be regular. I mean, they just stuck where they're at, you know. Let's talk about it, because one thing, dreams and goals shouldn't challenge you. Let's talk about that for a second.
See, a lot of motherfuckers don't realize that what they're thinking is their thought, but it's not challenging their person. That is not challenging them. So that's why it remains a thought. And it just stays in that thought, phase, like a dream. Now, you have to want whatever your dream is to be really come to fruition, which means you have to break it down into steps so that you can achieve this ultimate dream. Once I learned how to make them quilts, once I saw that I really could make them, the entire part of it just fell apart because I didn't like it no more, because it was going to be way more work to make the kind of money I was thinking about than what my mama was doing. And I wasn't about to, tie myself into all that shit. But I had to see if I could make the quilts so I could think what I had to think about. Do I want to be a quilt maker? Because if I can't make the quilts, I can't even think about making quilts or being a quilt maker. So, I learned how to make them and I got that. But the thing that's important is the challenge. A dream or goal, like you say, it should challenge you, not limit you. So right. If I'm dreaming of this shit, only way I could actually really dream it is to go buy me a sewing machine, to go buy me a gang of that fucking material that my mama would go around the different garage sales and shit and buy old quilts and all that shit. And she would make those quilts, cut them up, all that shit. I went and bought the damn material from somewhere, that sold material. Right. I was finna do all this shit Mom was doing. But in my own way, I was carrying on her tradition because that was important to me, man.
Right.
If you do things because of the importance of it to you, you'll do more about whatever it is you're doing. See, a lot of people don't realize if you don't believe in what you're doing, it ain't gonna happen as well as it could.
Well, I want to give you an example. All right, so this loser right here, okay. So this loser right here says, y'all talk about women. Well, the game ain't about women, you dumb bitch. So why the fuck are we gonna talk about women? I don't understand something. You've been here for 20 minutes. Wait, you know what? You're right. To you, we're talking about nothing because a nothing cannot, a nobody will never understand a somebody, bitch. And that's the problem with bitches like you. You are a fucking nobody. And what we're trying to teach your bitch ass is something to make you a somebody and stop worrying about fucking women. And if you
Hey, Dean, the thing is,
yeah.
Even this dude right here,
Yes,
that's talking that goddamn shit. Even he don't realize we talking about his ass in the shit we talking about.
That's the whole point.
So what I'm saying is he would rather sit there and listen to shit instead of call in and say some shit so we can talk about it. No, man, we talking about what we talking about because it's important shit to talk about. Talking about women is not important to us. It's important to you.
It's important to you.
You can't fucking talk to women. You can't talk to women because you don't have topics to talk about. You silly motherfucker. Get some game, bro.
You get some game, you weak bitch. Either call the fuck in or shut the fuck up. How about that? Because, hey, gentlemen, but this is why I'm keeping this thing up for a second, is because this is exactly why the majority of you guys lose. You see, if Marcus wanted to know something, because Marcus has a lot of problems, Marcus would call in and ask a question. Marcus is thinking we can read Marcus's dumb bitch ass mind. So Marcus, man, shut the fuck up, dog, or call in, bitch. One or the other. But come on, man, stop all that stupid.
Hey, Dean, we short, but we don't stoop that motherfucking low to motherfucking understand this crazy shit he talking, man.
And you know what? And that's what people don't understand. There are always teachable moments in everything we talk about, that one who is not in the reality of wanting to learn, but and wanting to grow, they just got a boxed in thing thinking, hey, bud, let's talk about women. Well, women this and women that. No, motherfucker, we're saying, and here's a teachable moment about even what you were saying about the sewing, bud. Here's the teachable moment. The teachable moment is that there was something inside of you that drove you to want to go out and get out of your fucking house, go find the stitching and the materials, walk around and invest your time because you wanted to do something. Those are what we call teachable moments. But we do have a question right here. This gentleman says, do you guys recommend, wait, we have a call. Let's grab this call. Hold on a second. Hold on, Lewis. Area code 214. What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
Hey, what's happening? I really got a statement. I heard y'all saying something about your thoughts challenging you or something like that. I just recently been kind of trying to make some changes with my weight and shit. I do better with intermittent fasting, but I struggle with the discipline. And I noticed just here recently that my thoughts have been challenging me, but in a positive way. I was I was hungry yesterday and thinking about breaking my fast. And I read earlier in the week that I was able to break my fast with like a dill pickle or a cucumber, where it's not necessarily breaking my fast because it ain't no sugar or fats and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just water, 0 calories. So last night I got kind of hungry and I went to the motherfucking store and I thought about getting this pickle, but I said, man, if I get this dill pickle, I'm going to devour that motherfucker and probably want another one.
Okay, good.
So what my thoughts challenged me at was, it said, get out.
Will you please, what is your fucking question, dog? What's your question? What's your question?
Nah, it ain't a question. I was gonna make this.
All right, goodbye. All right, we don't want to hear that stupid ass shit, dog. Anybody we hear no fucking stupid ass shit? Ask a fucking question. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing with a dill pickle and shit, dog. Ask a question, dog. Hey, gentlemen, when we're showing you is why if y'all get this game down, y'all are going to win tremendously over. If y'all notice, average people think average, they move average, and they talk about average shit that has nothing to do with anything. And as long as y'all guys can get out and start making your dreams and all these things a reality, bud, you then begin to win, bud. What say you, man?
That's what they are missing. And this guy talking that shit earlier that you had highlighted when we gonna talk about women. See, you guys are missing the point. We might be talking about something that is not of interest to you, but what we're talking about isn't the goddamn quilt. We're talking about getting off your ass and doing something that seems that you think you want to do. And you can't improve and you can't grow unless you do that shit. Mm-hmm. Now, the person that gets that, they're going to talk about whatever they want to talk about, but the theme in it is going to have something to do with going to get whatever the fuck you talking about getting. Stop waiting. And we got guys like, the first one especially, that don't want to get nothing. They just want to sit and talk. That's all they want to do.
Well, this gentleman has a question right here. He says, he says, do you guys recommend indirect approaches for guys who are not skilled to be direct with women? No, why would we teach you to be effeminate and soft, dog?
Indirect.
Okay, caller, when you order something from a restaurant, are you indirect? You see what I'm saying? Like it's amazing, bud, that a lot of these young men put so much value in women. They feel that they got to change what they do on a daily basis. They're directing what they want at the grocery store. They're directing what they want at a restaurant. They're directing everything they want when they go to the car, get a tune-up. They're directing, asking what they want, an oil change, or I want to check out they're very direct. But why would we teach you to be the opposite of being direct? Why would someone do that, bud? What say you, man?
The thing about that question is, a person that want to be indirect, that's how he thinks of his life. Are you going to the tailor and indirectly tell him how to fix your goddamn suit? You gonna tell that motherfucker specifically how you want your suit fitting you.
All right, Eric, right, 601, do you hear us talking?
Yes, sir.
So if you hear us talking, why would you interrupt us? We're going to bring you in. Why are you interrupting us while we're talking, buddy?
All right, my fault.
Yeah, no, it's your fault, dog. Okay, manners, young man. Manners maketh the man, right? So if people are talking and we know you're in, can you allow him to finish his conversation and I'll bring you in, big dog?
Dean, now let's do him a favor and bring his ass in now.
Okay, 601. Get off your speakerphone. What's your name? What's your question, buddy? What's up?
Yeah, I was seeing how y'all's thing went because my girl,
young man, speak into the phone. Get off your stomach and sit up and speak like a man, dog. You sound like you're laying on your stomach. Talk into the phone and articulate yourself so we can understand you. So what's your question, buddy? Oh, okay. Well, he ran off and got scared, man. Yeah, but you know what?
Hey, Dean, but you did right, man, because he was making me not interested in what he had to say because of the way he sound.
Yeah, he sound
uninterested and way distant from what he was talking about. So why should I be interested in it?
Yeah, he sound really, really defeated. Got a question right here from this gentleman right here. He's saying, he said, let me see this right here. He's saying somebody with game is operating from his own reality, and how much is that reality matches the collective reality.
Hey, see,
it's going too far deep. You go too deep.
I'm just saying they're making so much of it.
Yeah, okay.
That is, you can't learn or be about this shit asking questions like that, man. Because game is the reality.
Game is the reality, right?
Period. There is no collective reality. Because you don't think about that goddamn shit when got real game. You think about what the fuck your life is about, period.
Yeah, okay, young man, what does the so-called collective reality have to do with the fact that you have no confidence, you have no standard, you have no mission statements, no legacy statements, no vision statements. You don't have a standard, you don't have perspective, you don't know how to have social skills, you are not decisive, you are not authentic. I can go on and on and on. So what does the collective reality have to do with the fact that you are all fucked up? So please let us know, because this is what y'all guys are doing. Y'all are
Hey, Dean, because he's concerned with the collective reality, he eliminates game in his life because game eliminates the collective reality. You don't fucking think about that collective bullshit because they all on the wrong page in your mind.
Well. Here's the thing, bud. Do you think about Wait, let me see here. He says correct reality is no. I'm gonna show you why you're lying. I'm gonna show you why you're lying, young man. When you grab your wallet in the morning, does the collective reality affect you? When you grab your car keys, open the door, turn on a light switch, or brush your fucking teeth in the morning, or take a shower in the morning, does this so-called collective reality fuck with you? And see, this is where they see, Bud. What happens is, like we're talking about, they're stuck in this comfort zone that they don't want to go into this discomfort. So what they want to do is they want to make up a reason or an excuse to why things aren't working. So as I asked them, where does a collective reality fit in, Bud, when you grab your wallet? Does it affect you? Do you say, Bud, do you reach towards your wallet and say, oh my God, the collective reality is out there and it's going to stop me from grabbing my wallet? Do you see what I'm saying, Bud, how ridiculous that shit sounds?
It's not only ridiculous. What's ridiculous to me is that this motherfucker see and hear us interpreting what the fuck he's saying the way we interpreted it, but he want to correct us without calling in. Yeah, well. I don't get this shit, motherfucker. You listening? Why don't you call in and defend what the fuck you saying?
Exactly, but this is exactly why a lot of people don't understand the game is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. This is why there are more losers out there than winners, because he expects us and everybody in the room to read his mind, and then when we're saying something, instead of being I'm sorry, what is a man? Instead of calling it as a man to talk about and defend your position, to give more, clarity on what you're saying, you're going to act like we can actually read what the fuck you're saying. And it doesn't work that way, big dog. So this guy asked this question, he says, how do I keep, let me pull this up. He says, let me grab this. Hold on, let me see. Shit. Okay, he says, how do I keep going from getting rejected from women? When women rejects me, okay.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. And all you guys, you need to understand there's a certain amount of rejections that you're supposed to get. And you're supposed to know how, or you're supposed to learn how to deal with rejection while you're searching for that acceptance. But no, you're not doing that. What you're doing is every blue moon, when you speak to a woman, she rejects you. And that makes you not fuck with women. And that's the problem. You should motherfucking be fucking with a lot of motherfuckers, because you might be a motherfucker that need 400,000 rejections before you learn. I might be a motherfucker that only need 1,000 rejections. We're all different.
Yeah, but can we just be honest for a second, Mustafa, whatever your name is? Can you just be honest with yourself? Because I think that for all of you guys, y'all are not honest with yourselves. Why should you be accepted? I mean, let's be honest.
You're not. Now, Dean, that's not only a good question. That is part of the point too.
Right. That's the whole point, right? So until you realize that you're not doing anything to be accepted, then you're going to have to accept that you're always going to be rejected. I mean, this is not rocket science. It's a simplicity. if you are not creating an environment to be accepted, but watch this, bud. And I'm not talking about accepted from a bitch. I'm saying you don't even accept your fucking self. So how the fuck can somebody, bud, who doesn't accept himself, expect people to accept him?
Hey, if you don't like you, how is somebody else gonna like you?
Exactly. We have a call right here. Let's bring in the calls. Area code 718, sir. What's your name and what's your question, buddy?
My name is Manny. My question is about parenthood.
What's going on, Manny? All right, what's going on? What's up?
I'm a new father. I'm dealing with a son under 2, and like, how do I correct? And like, dealing with the wife and everything.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean dealing with? What do you mean dealing with what? What are you talking about, buddy? Oh, wait, hold on, wait, hold on, hey, teacher. I'm not mean. Hey, dog, when you learn the game, big dog, hold on a second, American teacher, you learn the game, I'm not being mean. It's just in your reality, you feel like I'm being mean because I'm forcing you to do some shit you don't want to do. So we're not mean people. We're really kind to y'all motherfuckers. But anyway, caller, back to you. So what do you mean deal with the wife? What does that mean?
Let's say she's not into like hitting, or she's into correcting, but like I don't like hitting either, but sometimes the kid doesn't understand. Like,
wait. Your wife is hitting a 2-year-old kid that's in terrible twos? You ever heard of terrible twos? You never heard of terrible twos?
No, not the wife, me. I'm the one. Like,
so she's hitting, oh wait, no, she's hitting you?
No. I'm correcting the kid. Like,
wait, who's hitting the fucking kid?
Me, I'm correcting the kid.
No,
like,
wait,
not hitting.
Okay.
He's hitting the kid, and he thinks he's correcting the kid by hitting him.
All right, caller. I don't think you understand what terrible twos are. God damn it, caller. This is why we always tell you guys. How old are you, young man?
35.
Before you have kids, you need to do some research on this shit, because y'all think just having a kid is just having a kid. When y'all guys understand, terrible twos is when a kid is going to act out a lot, bud.
Well, hell yeah. Why do you think they call them terrible twos?
Exactly. So what kind of correction are you giving the child, man?
Like, if he like runs out and stuff, like, you know, like tries to like break something.
He's a kid.
Hey, dude, you supposed to correct him on that shit, but it's verbal. And the verbal correction is in the tone of voice.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, as far as hitting the kid, I mean, what are you hitting them for? They don't really know. They don't know
what they're doing. They're like they're reaching out and
they're curious. They're experimenting.
Yeah. So why would you do that? Why would you hit them for that?
Okay. I don't mean like hitting, like being. I mean, like, you know, like.
Hey man, hey bro.
Like,
you can't, bro. You cannot fix this.
Not to do that.
Caller, listen.
Hey, you cannot fix this, man, because you said several times you be hitting the kid.
Right.
So you didn't say how you was hitting them when you said it. So why are you trying to explain how you hitting them now that we talking about it?
Yeah, man. Come on, dog.
Hey, you ain't supposed. I'm not the kind of guy that says you're not supposed to whoop your kids. I'm the kind of guy that says a 2-year-old motherfucker you ain't supposed to be hitting because he's 2. You're supposed to be able to control that kid with your voice.
That's what I was about to say. Your voice should be hitting the child. Your voice.
Yeah, your voice. Boy, stop it. You make that sound.
And when you make that sound, that's when it's going to give him the correction of saying, well, I need to stop doing that.
Yes.
Because my parents do not approve of that. So when you raise your voice some way, but dog, you're fucking abusing your kid, dude. You shouldn't be hitting that motherfucker at 2 years old. He doesn't know anything.
Well, Dean, now, sometimes that motherfucker could get slapped or something.
I mean, pat on. I'm just this motherfucker saying hit. Look, are you balling your fists up? What the fuck are you doing to that poor kid?
No, well, he ain't. See, hey, caller, see this is why you shouldn't have said that shit, because that you didn't think about how people was gonna hear it.
Yeah, man. We're parents here, and when you're saying hit, I mean, we're thinking you're a fucking abuse. I mean, dog. Like, okay, Were you not 2 years old at one time, young man?
No, yes.
Right. Yeah, you were 2 years old. So was you exploring the world? You didn't know what the fuck this thing was. This place where you started to crawl and then you started to move around and you started to walk around and you're fucking curious. And you see things and you grab things and you pull things and you push things and you touch things.
Hey, plus, man, you got to pay more attention because evidently he's surprising you with some of that shit. You ain't paying attention, watching him. He's walking over here. You know, you ain't really paying attention to where he going or what he doing until he do it. You got to be motherfucking on top of shit, man.
Yeah.
If he going over toward this, you got to anticipate that he going to fuck with it. Not that there's a whole bunch of other shit over there, so I'm gonna see what he going to do. You got to anticipate shit and stop it.
Yeah, and if there's a problem, there's this weird thing called a playpen in which you can put him in that will block him off from fucking up other shit.
Hello? So what say you on that, caller? Especially that.
I'm hearing you. I got what you guys said. I got that. I got the voice, and I got like anticipating what.
Yeah,
what
they're
kid.
Next. He's a kid.
Yeah,
He's not like 4 or 5 where he understands shit. He's 2. His brain he's taking in information and everything, man. Y'all got to be better parents out this motherfucking dog. You don't be hitting your kid at 2 years, bud. He go over there and just push some shit down. You just try to feel what it is, and you gonna pat him on that. You don't do that, dog. You're creating a little fucking monster right there, dog. That little kid, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, you guys got to understand that our life is really about how you make your environment. You know, your environment should represent just about all that you can say about yourself.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's how you should be fucking with your kid, man. The way you fuck with your kid is important because you don't want to distance him. Now, my daddy and all that shit, I don't know about your daddy's Dean, but my daddy would kick our ass, period. No matter if it was time the ass was getting kicked.
Oh yeah, but we were like 5 or something with, lights come on. I mean, we would get our ass whipped for all. Yeah, that's that good discipline. But what I'm saying is at 2 years old, come on.
Yeah, bro. 2 years old is too young.
2 is too young, young man. And listen, you.
So wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
You said discipline should start. You said 4?
No, what I'm saying first is to start with your voice. Your voice should carry the weight of the world to that child. Boy, don't you do that. And then, oh shit. Because they know dad does not approve. And if dad doesn't approve, he's going to stop doing that. He's going to start to realize, because but when he reaches and you say that, he's going to stop. He's going to get shook. Man, oh shit, I need to stop doing that. But you don't go over there and no, you don't do that. You don't, however you hit that motherfucker. I don't know if you're punching them, hitting them, or smacking them around, but hey, listen, young man, don't tell anybody around that you know that you're doing that, because one of those motherfuckers gonna call CPS on you. So don't you fucking tell these people that you know that I'm hitting my 2-year-old to see them hit you. What you hitting the 2-year-old? You don't do that, man. They'll call CPS on you.
Hey, it's something called better parenting, bro, and that means you gotta think.
I heard what you said, and a lot of times when I say something, he like smiles like with an evil smile, and like he still does it. It's not like
hey dude, he don't understand every fucking word you saying.
Oh, he's fucking 2 years old, motherfucker. Do you not understand that?
All he knows is that you talking. He don't really know what you saying. But when you put the emphasis on, I don't want you to do blah blah blah, he gonna hear that emphasis on don't do, and he ain't gonna do it.
It's the emphasis, young man, not the words. It's the emphasis at 2 years old, because he doesn't know words. He doesn't know letters. He doesn't know sentences.
All he know is mama, papa, and food.
And why? That's it. So stop treating him like he's you and be a better father and use your voice at him instead of your hands on him. Be a better parent. That's not good parenting. You're demanding something of a 2-year-old. Think again, a 2-year-old, man. Fuck. Does that make sense, young man?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. We appreciate you, man. And don't do that to the kid anymore, okay? All right, we'll throw you back in. Guys, lines are open. We got y'all covered, guys. If y'all want to call in, we got y'all, man. But, man, y'all can't do that to the damn kids, man. But anyway, let's keep going. But Mustafa,
okay, Dean, so I'm the level of understanding the motherfucker is at should force that person to push the envelope as far as possible, because the best goals stretch your limits to develop new skills. So to me, like I was saying, I can't just say I want to make a quilt. I gotta accept that I want to learn how to sew. I gotta accept that I want to learn how to fucking thread a needle in a sewing machine. It's a whole bunch of shit that I gotta accept that ain't really got nothing to do with can I make a quilt. It's the work that it takes to develop the skills to make whatever it is you're trying to make. Well, go ahead, Dean.
No, I'll go one behind what you're saying before they accept that you do that. I think it's very important. They need to understand it is a key. I think this is the biggest thing I think they'll miss that you missed out on is that before you accept, you got to believe in yourself that you can do it. You have
that is very important. Believing that you can do it.
You have to believe when nobody else says you can't do it. You've got to shut out everybody else. Believe in yourself, because you can't accept anything but if you don't believe in yourself. That's why these guys are having the problem. See, like Mustafa that asked that question. See, he doesn't believe in himself. So what he accepts is the rejection, because that fits in with the person who rejects himself. So that's his connection. He doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't accept himself. People don't accept him. So he accepts the fact that people don't accept him. You see what I'm saying? But you, Bud, because you believe in yourself, you accept. You move to the next stage. See, believing, then accepting. That's all I was saying. But you got it, Bud.
Yeah, well, see, what you said is important. Believing does, in that case, come first. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you think of some shit and you doubt it, but then you make yourself believe it by continuing to face it. Right. I am a person that faces challenges head on. Yes. I don't duck away from them. And that is part of my character, as far as who would have thought I would have the patience to sit up and make a quilt? I mean, shit. When I was raising my daughter, I used to study, hairstyles so that I could comb her hair and make styles in it. Although I never was really good at that shit, but I still tried. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone in a lot of ways, a lot of the time.
So he has a question right here. He's saying, so the belief in yourself is the first level to even accept anything after that. What say you, Bud? Because I guess you kind of said a little bit on that, but what say you on that, Bud?
The belief in yourself overall is first. So anything you think of after believing in yourself, you have the opportunity to try it. If you don't believe in yourself, whatever you think of is going to be too hard to do. So you ain't going to do it. You're going to tell yourself that you can't do it. You don't believe you can do it. So that's what you tell yourself. What you tell yourself is very important. And you should tell yourself you can be whatever it is you want to be. You got this guy that got cock eyes and he's a barber. You know what I'm saying? He can fucking cut your hair better than anybody, but he looked like he ain't even looking at your head.
Right. And that, I think that's the one of the biggest problems for so many of these young men out here is that they don't know how to actually believe, but they just don't see that believing in yourself is going to be the biggest indicator. But it didn't accept him but the question is, what do you accept? Because most of these guys accept that they're not good enough. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys do that. They accept that, you know what, I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never going to get this thing. I mean, we got another call. We're going to grab this call. Area code 702. What's your name, sir, and what's your question?
Hey, my name is Rashad. Good morning, Dean. Good morning, Bud.
What's going on, Rashad? What's up, brother?
Hey, top of the morning. I'm calling in to say thank you, fellas. I see y'all punching in the chest this morning. And I used to be a motherfucker that used to come on here and get punched in the chest. And I appreciate y'all for it because these days I'm doing real well. And it be the small things y'all say that get a motherfucker through. And I don't know how to thank y'all enough, but I knocked a lawyer last night, and that shit that Bud be saying about come at women all the same way, but change it up a little bit depending on who they are. That shit really worked for me. And then Dean, that shit you be saying about raise your kids and let them know what your last name mean, that shit is super important. And like I said, I just want to thank y'all again.
Hey, well, bro, let me tell you something. We said a lot of shit, but we didn't tell you what to hear. You know, so you got to give yourself credit, man, and you got to understand that if you understand some shit we said, that automatically separates you from the rest of the guys because you delving into the understanding of what we said. And I appreciate you, man, because I know some motherfuckers out there like you.
All right, now caller, this is a very important thing that I'm about to ask you, okay? I see what you're saying. All right. What's your next question? Because now that you got past this first level or this first wave or first current, which is good, okay? Now there should be what we call the question for your growth and you evolving. What's your next question?
Okay. So with
now, wait. Take a deep breath. No, you sound nervous. You sound nervous. Relax. Take a deep breath. Just all right. What's your next question? What's up?
I truly don't have one, and I was calling to basically let y'all know that the shit that y'all saying be working. But if I could say anything about what I'm currently doing, it's based in what Bud just said. That I need to realize more of if I'm recognizing things.
All right.
What do I need to do with that?
But wait. Give us an example. This is what we're talking about. Give us an example of that statement you made. What is going on with you to make the statement that you're making? And that will be the basis of your question, big dog. So what's going on with you?
So like last night with the lawyer girl, I realized like
why don't we just say the
I was
woman?
trying to get to know her. Why don't we just trying to move too fast?
Wait. Why don't we just say the woman? The lawyer? Who gives a fuck if she's a lawyer or a doctor or an astrophysicist? Who gives a fuck? She's a fucking woman. So you were talking to the woman, and what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
Basically, everything she thinks is basically like a lawyer.
So she's a lawyer.
Yeah, but then it's like I was trying to have fun conversation with her, but I couldn't get through until I made her realize that she can embrace being a lawyer and that I'm like a regular person and we can still chop it up and have a good time. And it's just like you said, there's nothing to be afraid of a lawyer, but they do think a little different than the average chick because they smarter.
Okay, wait. No. Bud, and I'll throw the Bud real quick when I say this. And I need you to listen, young man. Yeah. Take away what they do for a living. At the end of the fucking day, they're a goddamn woman, dog. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop looking at their job to determine that they are more powerful just because she's a CEO, she's a boss or a president. She's a fucking woman at the end of the day, Bud. What say you, man?
Well, I agree with that, but these guys need shit broke down.
Yeah.
You do have to consider what they do, but you guys focus on what they do, and your focus is too much on her at that point. What they do is important. You can't sound uneducated speaking to a lawyer.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you can't sound like you don't know what the fuck you talking about talking to any kind of CEO. So you do have to consider it, but you don't have to change up based on that. They are women. And when they get with a dude, they do what every woman do. And that's take their fucking clothes off and expect to be handled by this dude. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. And yeah, you're right. That I mean, I got what I wanted at the end of the day when she said I got what I wanted and we kicked it in. But yeah, you're right. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know why you got what you wanted? Huh?
Because I believe because I stayed the course.
Hey, that's the only reason you got it. You kept pressing her.
There you go. Yeah.
You kept pressing. Hey, listen to me, man. You kept pressing her, and you must have didn't raise up on where you was coming from Jump Street.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she asked me things like, "Do you think I'm pompous?" I don't even know the answer, but I'm like I know what the word kind of means, but I'm like, oh, she's using these words like, and I understand that she has an education level, but like you said, I stayed my course and it came out. And then
but when they use a word you don't use,
my life,
hey, bro,
decisions, but
bro,
yeah. Listen.
What do you said you have an idea what pompous mean? What do you think it means?
Like arrogant or
not necessarily arrogant, but think they can be arrogant. But listen, what I'm saying is the very next time somebody asks you something like that, you take the word and you ask them, oh, so you mean rude or uppity? If that's, you know what I'm saying? and then that motherfucker is going to tell you exactly what they mean without thinking shit about you not knowing shit.
Right. And Jillian, it depends on the person you talk to. Y'all can, when a woman gets around a real motherfucking man, they can't be at a loss of words. But a woman asking you, does she think you pompous? I don't think anything. I don't think. But I don't think anything. You just gonna show me. I don't think anything of you because I don't judge you. Again, but you got this game. I'm just gonna accept you for what you bring to me. I'm not gonna sit here and judge you because you can articulate yourself. You're a lawyer and you got court in your head 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
Right.
Right. I'm gonna bring that, but I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna try to separate her from the job to the real world because it's hard when you're dealing with women like doctors and lawyers and stuff. It's a hard separation because they're so connected. Because when you're a lawyer, you're on all the time. You have a client call you at any time of the day. So but what say you, man?
Well, when you're a doctor, you think like a doctor. When you shooting pool, you think like a doctor. If you're a doctor, but see. Any of that goddamn shit falls on how you respond to whatever you think they thinking. So if you think that she's 24/7 a lawyer and you kind of want her to see that ain't where you coming from, you got to say something like, you see me like a criminal, huh? You gotta say some shit like that and be joking, and the bitch gonna say, well, no, why you say that? Because you're on your lawyer tip 24/7, Hey, and the bitch gonna understand what you saying, although she ain't gonna take it personal. Because she is a lawyer. She supposed to do that. But she do realize she don't supposed to be a lawyer at certain times. And this might be one of them, and she overlooked it.
Yeah, and you know what I would do to the lawyer if I wanted to as a playful, I would do it. She's talking to my pumpers. I'd be like, objection, Your Honor. I talk shit to her, but I watch enough lawyer shows, but to know a few of their words, but then let me make a little bit of fun out of it to kind of bring them down off that fucking lawyer mentality, dog.
But see, that's the fucking key right there, man. You gotta be able to turn a situation into yours, and you do that with humor.
Yes, with humor.
You do that with humor. You take her little serious shit that she's serious. That's why I was laughing when I said, "You must think I'm a criminal," because you gotta make a motherfucker feel what you saying, and then you gonna change their attitudes. But this comes with knowing how to talk.
Overruled, Rosebud. That's what I'm saying, dog. Have fun with it, man. Hey, and Bud, and when you know she's a lawyer, man, that could be some good fun role play, Bud.
Hey, I'm telling you, because she is gonna see you peeped it.
Oh man, Colin. So don't get caught up in the word lawyer, because the people will get caught up in the word doctor or the word a woman says.
Hey, you get caught up in the word lawyer, the next thing you know, you in court.
Yeah, right.
Then your mind is thinking about being in court and not saying nothing incriminating.
Hey, you know, I just got this deposition.
hey, I'm saying, girl, you know I'm finna incriminate myself when I tell you what I'm thinking. You just use a word that she used to using.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth to help me God, baby.
All that shit would have just got you closer to the bitch, and she'd have came out of that lawyer shit.
Yeah, man, you gotta talk that shit to them, dog. It's lawyer term. Like I say, you don't have to.
Hey, Dean, that's talking that yak, like I be hearing you say.
That yiggity yak, baby. Yeah.
Hey, that's talking that yak I be hearing Dean say.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
But you guys, if you understand, this is why it's important to call in. The conversation don't get off of what we was talking about, but it goes deeper because of wherever your perception's at.
Right. So that caller, do you have any other questions? That was a good call. So are you going on a second date with her?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm definitely
Hey, bro, on the real, is this a young lawyer or what?
Young, 26.
And she just finished.
She's in the LSAT. She's about to basically get past the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Do not panic. Stay like you are, because you sound like a hood motherfucking nigga, and she sounds like she could have been a hood bitch, but she ain't no more. Hey, don't panic, man, and don't try to get
so much shit last night. She was putting me so much shit last night that I was intrigued, but I definitely didn't want it to end knowing that I could, just the stuff she was putting me on, I gotta keep this going and keep it right. And like you said, I just stayed the course listening to that old shit. If she could be a lawyer, whatever, just keep it cool. But even today, y'all got deeper with it. Yeah. And I'm gonna have more fun the next time I see her.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you're supposed to do? Call in. And run down what the fuck you did and saw this time, so we can go further.
Right. So
don't stop.
Yeah. See, do you see? You called in to give us a compliment, but you see, if you call in, we can draw out more, and this goes back to push you further out, to getting you see things. Because had you not called in, you wouldn't know that you could have lawyer talk with her and have fun with her, dog.
It's a lot of shit he got out this call, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So you're good to go, big guy?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, great call, man. If you ever got a question, call back in, okay, buddy?
All right.
I respect. Great call. That's it. That was.
See what we was doing right there leads into the next point.
Yes, let's get it.
You got to build skills that's gonna match your ambitions. So this brother that just got off the phone, he obviously want to have skills in conversation, and he want to be able to talk to whoever she is, regardless of what she do. Now, he could just want that, and he could use talking to that lawyer as a reference that he can get that, or he can just want that and realize that he's going to need some skills for future communication and call into a show like this and get this game we kicked. And what I'm saying, you heard him say, he glad he called in because we went deeper. Now he armed with more.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is dope being delivered right in front of your motherfucking ass.
Dog, okay, can you call in, dog? Because you're not making any sense here. Okay, you're not making it. Will you call in, please? Because you're not making any sense, and we cannot articulate what you're saying right here. So just call in and ask your question so we can help you, dog. Because what you're saying is not making any sense, buddy. It's not at all, man.
I understand it, Dean.
Well, we got another call. I think it's the other
one that
was laying on his stomach. 601. You calling us back, big dog?
Yes, sir. My
Okay.
bad, my phone that died. So I
Okay.
got a question for you.
Yes, though. What's going on, buddy? What's up?
So I'm dating this girl for 9 months, and we go to different schools. She hasn't done anything for me not to trust her. And my question is, like, do y'all have any advice how to like make it where I don't stress and don't
Wait.
trust her or
How
anything?
old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay. And it's gonna sound hard on you, but why do you hate yourself?
What you mean?
Well, only a person who hates himself is going to be insecure or let somebody outside of him control his fucking feelings and his emotions. So I ask you, why do you hate yourself? Why do you give a fuck what she's doing or not doing?
I don't even know. I was just stressing me thinking about it.
But that's okay. But I'm just asking you a question. It's all good, young man. But I'm saying that this is the problem with a lot of you young men out here. Y'all are too busy worried about shit that you cannot control. Let me explain something to you. It's kind of like whenever you become a parent. Maybe one day in your life, young man, you're gonna get a family and you're gonna have a daughter. And let me tell you something. You can tell that fucking kid whatever you want to tell them for 18 years, but once they get out the house, you can't control them. They're their own people, and you have no control over them. And you have got to look at this woman that, guess what? She's going to do whatever it is she's going to do or not do. You cannot be concerned because you're going to stress yourself out, bud, with that shit.
Yes, sir.
Bud?
Yes, sir. I got you.
I didn't really hear his question, man.
His question is that, okay, so he's got a girl he's been dating for 9 months, but
I heard that part.
He's insecure. He's stressing about her.
About what?
Caller, go ahead and say it. Dating other guys or probably talking to other guys, I bet. What is it, caller?
Yes, sir. Exactly that. Her
Yeah.
talking to other dudes.
Other guys, yeah.
Hey, caller. Do
Yes,
you believe that you need to tell yourself the truth?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you something. You think you boring, don't you?
Sometimes.
No, man. I'm talking about overall, you think you're boring because you don't believe that you can entertain or have this woman, interested in being with you because of how exciting you are.
Well, I do, but I go to a private school, which is not a lot of people and stuff. But then she goes to a public school, so I know.
So now let me get this straight. Where did school come in? Because I'm asking you about you. Where did school come in?
It sure enough came in, sir.
It didn't fucking come in, did it?
No, sir.
This is why you scared, man, because you run from shit. You don't face shit head on. She might say slick shit to you, and instead of you saying something back, you be quiet and let that shit fuck your head up. Right or wrong?
Are you in high school or college, sir?
That dude in high school.
Oh,
high school.
All right. Well, young man, hey, listen, eat your vegetables, say your prayers, and listen to your parents. We can't talk to you. You got to be out of school, okay, young man? All right. When you get out of wait, next year, call us next year, okay? Or when you graduate. You graduate in about 3 more months. Call us in 3 months, okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can't talk to kids. Okay, yeah, we can't talk to children. We can't. I thought he was in college.
He said he was 18.
Yeah, but some 18 graduate. They graduate. Some are in college at 18. Some graduate early. So yeah. So yeah, we had to make sure. But no, we can't talk to kids. Guys, lines are open. But go and continue on the thing. Guys, lines are open. If y'all want to call in, lines are open. But go ahead, bud. You got it, man.
Well, now, if you build your skills, like we say bro is doing, see, you'll have a higher level of confidence in yourself. Not only because you talking to baby or you going to meet her, but you have done something about meeting her as far as at first. You got more game about how to talk to her. Now, what I'm saying is, as you go to talk to her, you're going to be thinking about all this new shit that you got to talk about. And your thoughts are going to be your mind is just going to be so full of thoughts. And you're going to be way sharper. Why? One, you have more confidence. 2, you ain't bullshitting yourself. That's why you went and got some more game, which give you more confidence. I mean, you working for yourself. I mean, excuse me, you're working on yourself for yourself. Man, that's just dope.
Yeah, we got a call. 571, what's your name and what's your question, sir?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Rosebud.
What's happening?
My question is, so I'm thinking right now about moving to my campus. Right now, I stay with my brother. I just want to get your guys' advice on that, because if I stayed with my brother, I'd save more money for when I graduate next year versus if I moved to campus.
Hey, bro, let me ask you something. Be honest. Is your brother interfering at all with your studies
or sex life?
No. Well, I can't. Sex life, I can't bring anybody over here.
Well, wait, stop.
Wait,
because he got kids.
Stop, man. I didn't ask you that, man. You in college. You're supposed to answer the question you asked.
God damn.
So he's not bothering. He's not hampering your studies.
No,
if he's not hampering your studies, you should stay there and continue what you're doing. Because you know moving is not only cost you more money, that money is going to change how you live it. So as far as you can't bring nobody over, now you're trying to be a little fucking kid. Get yourself a motel when you goddamn want to fuck with baby like that, if that's the case.
Yeah, I was thinking
Quit making excuses to be a little punk. You know, you asking grown-up questions, so when you get the answers, you're obligated to do the grown-up thing. And the grown-up thing is to look out for your education and to make sure if whatever's going on that you need to do with your girl, you ain't got to be doing it at your brother's crib.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah, it's a thinking man's game, dog. So think about your money. If you can save money, I would save money, especially you're in college, you know, because the world, hey, once you graduate, the world is a very not hard place, but tough place. So you want to think about the future, because a lot of young men don't think about that. Y'all want to move and do all these things. But if you're saving money, then stay where you're at and keep saving your money, stack your paper up, graduate, and then move from that point. How many more years you got left?
I graduate next summer.
Okay, so wish you got your plan to get. Well, wait, you graduate next.
You're breaking your brother off, ain't you, man?
Yeah, you giving your brother anything?
Yeah, I help them out.
Okay, as long as you are giving him money, rent running or something like that, you know, don't live free off your brother, but just save your money. No, don't make that transition. Just save your money, dog. Come on, listen.
Okay.
Save your money, please.
Hey, bro. And plus, be honest about this. You know, you was imagining being in your own place, how everything is gonna change. I'm gonna have bitches and woo. Hey, man, that shit ain't hardly gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or else you would already be getting motels and shit because you're having that kind of life.
Right.
I guess that's why we wanted to get the fuck out of the house at 17 and 18, dog. We was ready to get the fuck
we was gone.
We was gone, but y'all guys kind of stay a little longer. It's cool, but no, dog. Just stack your paper up, big dog. Okay.
All right, I got you. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, buddy?
No, and I want to make the point because it wasn't gonna cost me any money. I just want to see your guys' thoughts about that to live on campus, because you know I'm in the military. They're gonna pay for pretty much all of that, but I just want to see your guys' view on
dog.
it.
You didn't say military, so that changes up the rules, dog. Military, you free. You see? Okay, all right, wait, but now you're being a dumbass, because now you're giving your brother money that you don't have to give anybody. Okay, but so him being in the military, he gets to stay on the barracks for free. He doesn't have to pay anything. So you're kind of fucking up now, because if you're staying with your brother, and how much are you paying your brother?
I help them out with like buying things for the house. He doesn't.
He ain't paying his brother, but he help out.
All right, you help out, but you don't have to do anything if you're in the military. You just stay your ass in the barracks, dog. Like Bud said, if you want to fuck in the hotels.
Yeah, but in the military, you got too many goddamn restrictions.
Well, but
no, I'm a reserve.
oh, but
I'm
you
not. I don't.
okay?
Yeah, I'm a
Are you
reserve.
okay, dog? Okay, listen. We cannot read your fucking mind, okay?
Hey, all of this stuff that you're saying now, you should have said it first because that
Yeah,
has something to
man.
do with your
Yeah,
situation.
everything matters, man. Because you say military, okay, I think you're in the military. Now you're saying reserves. You keep moving the goalposts. This
Yeah.
is why
Okay.
it's
So
important when y'all call in to not think that we can read your mind.
right.
Explain yourself. And this is why y'all have trouble with
Oh,
women. Y'all can't explain yourselves.
Hey,
okay.
caller, before you say something, you can see how we don't even understand what the fuck you know everything you're saying. So imagine some bitch listening to you and you giving her some shit like you giving. That motherfucker is lost and she just smiling like a motherfucker like you
huh?
cool.
She's like, what? What?
All right. So
What? He's saying?
so here's the situation. I'm a reserve in the military. So my tuition, they give me money for tuition. So living on campus wouldn't cost me anything. Now, I would get more money back from my tuition if I didn't. That's why I was saying
Then
it would. I would
the
save more
number.
money staying with
Come
my
on, dog.
brother.
It's a thinking man's game. You just gave yourself the. Sometimes the answer's in the question.
Not sometimes, most times, or all the time.
Sometimes, all the time. So do you understand? You see what I'm saying? The answer's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I mean, when Bud was living on Beach Kaka, you boy, he had that same fucking problem and shit. Motherfucker didn't know what the fuck he was doing. That's the gata polkata man.
Unukazama.
Nukanazama, nuka topana, nukanazama.
Dick knockma. Nuknaka.
Dick knock my pussy bushta face pillow ass. Yeah, but Carter, what I'm saying to you, man, it's very important that sometimes just take a moment and look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have your answer. Stay where you're at. Get extra money on that tuition. Ride that shit out, and you're good, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, great call, brother. You got another question? Call back in, okay, man?
All right,
respect. All right, guys, lines are open. If you guys want to call in, we got y'all covered, man. Lines are open. Bud, so let's continue our conversation, Bud. You got it, man.
A lot of people don't realize this right here, and this is not necessarily a key point, but it is something you should think about. Your ambitions should be stronger than your skill level. Otherwise, whatever you can do, you should be using that to think of something that you want to do in that field. So you're gonna have to go have that go get it attitude. You know, it's just better to have ambitions or ambitious thoughts.
Yes.
And you can learn the skills that's required to actually achieve this. But you need these thoughts to keep you going forward. What do you think, man?
Yeah. But what I'm saying, I think the problem with a lot of guys is that their thoughts, but hurt them more because their thoughts are in a person again that doesn't believe that they can achieve. And it go again. I got to go all the way back to what you were saying about the quilts and everything. There was something inside of you that wanted to be more than who you were. So you didn't force yourself. It's fun. I think people don't understand when you really into something and you really want to evolve, man, that shit is fun. I didn't say that you got
whatever it is, Dean, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I didn't say you got excited to get up like, oh my God, I'm going to get quilts. You know, you went down, ate your cereal, watch your Saturday morning cartoon, something I used to do, and then go out there and go do your thing. But we're saying that there's no stress on something. When you want to do something, it's more fun. You should never look at it as stress. It's something that you're excited about. Not to say this is going to happen every time, but there should be some kind of excitement, bud.
Well, Steve, the way you look at shit, because I didn't look at it as like lowering my dreams. I looked at it like raising my abilities.
Yeah. Well, again, it all depends on, and this is why we always say for you guys out here, this is why everything Bud is saying and all this is important in everything you're doing. Because see, I want to talk about raising your abilities. Because Bud, this is the biggest problem for a lot of guys? Wait, we got a question here. Let me go ahead and grab this young man's question right here. Wait, I don't know. Okay. I do not understand why they asked, but okay, we'll answer the question. But BG Kim, this is not for you, BG Kim. This is not for you, okay? And it seems like there's something bothering you here. And what you need to do is go where you came from. Don't waste your time here. See, what you're doing, young man. You're wasting your time here. If I were you and you had this question, I wouldn't even listen to us. Bud, what do you want to say to this young man?
Well, man, it's like this. When you a guy like him and he say, man, I got this girl, he know ain't nobody gonna believe him. So he has to show this girl. Because in order for him to be believed, what he talking about has to be seen.
Yeah.
Even though we know he can pay models. He can do all kind of things to get broads on that damn screen with him. Right. Now, on the other hand, you take a motherfucker like me or Dean, don't give a fuck what one of you motherfuckers think I goddamn, have as far as women. And I'm saying, if you wanted to see one, you damn sure ain't finna see one now. You'll think dropping them punk lugs has made us give in. Fuck you. I don't care if you don't believe me.
So, yeah. So, Kim, you sound like you're an Asian guy. So I think you need to worry more about yourself, buddy. You got a plethora of problems that's going on with you, buddy. So
come on, man. Kim is his nickname. Kim is his nickname. And that motherfucker got to be a real punk to be nicknamed Kim.
Yeah, that is weird. Name, if you're using the word name, dog. So, yeah. So, hey, listen, what I would say for you last thing, Mr. Kim, is I would go to the people that are showing you the models. I mean, I'm sorry, the girlfriends, their girlfriends. Not, I would go to those people right there, Mr. Kim. Because, hey, Mr. Kim, if you believe that they have those women, because if you really have game, you don't need to show what you have on the front end, because women don't define the motherfucking man, motherfucker. And if you think a woman defines myself a rosebud, you definitely in the wrong fucking place, because we don't need to show what the fuck we have. We showing you who the fuck we are. And if you can't,
period. We ain't talking about what could be. We talking about what's been proven and is still going on today.
Yeah, if you looking at if you need a woman to define your idea, and you in the wrong motherfucking place. I don't give a fuck what woman it is. We don't give a fuck, and you do. But anyway, we appreciate the question. But let's get back to talking about abilities, because I really, really feel, even I goes back to Mustafa. I think Mustafa guy. I really feel that what's happening with a lot of these young men, Bud, is that a lot of these young men, they expect something for nothing.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
They expect something for nothing. The dude talking about the girl being this and being that. Now, I have a question, man. Describe your perfect woman. And that's a trick question, because when they describe the perfect woman, they never describe anything about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, this woman is like this. Is just going to come up to you and offer you all of this stuff without you being qualified to have any of it? Or must you show your qualifications? Because ain't no perfect woman going to be with you if you're not qualified to have a perfect woman.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy. I think for so many of these guys out here, again, Bud, they don't have any abilities, and they don't have anything about them. Remember, Bud, you and I have abilities, and our abilities go far beyond. It doesn't even have to get to. Let's not even take let's take the bedroom out of this whole thing. We have the ability to move a woman's attitude. We have the ability to make her feel things. We have the ability to teach her things. We have the ability to educate her and elevate her. And what I'm saying is, if you guys don't have those basic things, then you can't expect a woman to want to fuck with you. There's no experience if you're not working on anything, Bud.
Hey, not only that, if whatever you've been working on or have worked on, you can't express it in a way that's going to show it qualifies you for whatever you asking for, then you just crazy. Because if you, I don't know if you do, but I ask dudes, what about you is worth what you want from women?
Right. All right. We have a call right here. 205. What's your name? What's your question?
Rosebud and Stephon Birmingham. How y'all?
Hey, Stephon.
What's going on?
Stephon, get off your speakerphone, please, so we can hear you, please. Speak up so we can hear you.
How about now?
Okay, just speak up a little bit. You're good. So what's your question? What's up?
Okay. Yeah, no, I had to read the question. So what I was gonna ask you was is the barometer for determining if your dreams are outpacing your reality or your desire to accomplish your end goal? Meaning, and I'm sorry I can't hear you, but meaning I've always wanted to be a lawyer, but I allowed my environment, meaning like my limited income or limited time, get in the way of it. So did my dream get outpaced by my reality because my desire to be a lawyer wasn't that strong?
Well, to me, you didn't want to be a lawyer because you would have just did what everybody that want to be a lawyer do, and let's go to school. Period. I mean, you can say your environment, you can say you was broke, blah blah blah, and there's 100,000 motherfuckers that was broke and still got their degree because they wanted to be a lawyer. You probably wanted to be something else. You know, I ain't saying it's cool. I ain't saying there's, something wrong with it. I'm just saying you didn't want to be no lawyer because you didn't do it. What are you? What did you do?
Insecurity.
Well, security. Well, man,
Right.
that's probably why you want to be a lawyer. That's a lawyer makes a lot of money. Security don't necessarily make a lot of money unless it's your company.
Why do you want to be a lawyer?
Well, no, I enjoy reading legal stuff. I enjoy the law. Always, it's been a further passion. It was just something I saw myself doing when I was younger.
I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is that what the fuck are you doing to go to school to go towards law school? Have you been to college yet?
Yeah, I did 2 years, and that's what I'm getting at. That's why I'm basing my question based on what you guys have listed here, and that's what I'm asking. Is it that the desire wasn't as strong because I allowed what I believe was my limited income and limited time? So when I was in college, I went through 2 years school. When I was in there, I didn't have the resources to accomplish it. And so to keep going.
Hey, bro, I don't play the violin, so I ain't got no goddamn sad song to play for your ass, but you sound like you begging for sympathy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Hey, bro, if you're not, you need to face the fact. You didn't want to be no goddamn lawyer. You just saying that shit.
Yeah, you don't really want to be a lawyer, dog. You just like reading and watching law movies and stuff, and you just like how it moves. But no, you don't have it in you.
You didn't want to be no lawyer, man. Is that hard for you to admit?
So then, what are your dreams? Okay, so all right, fine. What are your dreams then?
I don't know.
What your dreams, your unaccomplished desires.
But what are your dreams? And your dream, okay, a dream. Call it a dream.
Hey, bro.
Wait,
hey, your dreams are really indications of what your future is going to be. They should reflect your aspirations. Now, I don't know what your dreams showed you, and I don't know why you chose to be a lawyer as far as your goal. But as far as me hearing that shit, I know bullshit when I hear it.
Right. A dream without action is a fucking fairy tale. You're daydreaming, dog. You ain't putting no action in this shit. So you're sitting there lying to yourself. And you can do that from the comfort of your own home, but we're just telling you you don't want
So does it not begin with a thought though, Steve?
Dog, it
begin with a thought.
No.
Does what not begin with a thought? Your dream?
Your dream, the aspiration. You have to have the thought first. you can't have the action before the thought.
Okay, man, let me stop. Why are you asking what's first? I'm talking, why are you asking, does the thought come before the action?
Because that's every game. And I need it for the free. But seriously, does the thought come before the action? Meaning, if I want to be that, like, or does the action choose me? And then that's when the thought is that.
Man, this dude is crazy. This dude being silly.
Lawyer choose me, and then that's when I begin to think of it. Or is it?
Dude, you don't even sound like no young fool, man.
Caller, please listen to me, big guy. Listen to me. I get that you motherfuckers think that I can sit there and I can say, caller, I got a dream of being a doctor. You want to know why? Because there used to be a game called Operation, and I used to win every time. You know what the game Operation is? It's a little kiddie board game where there are little pieces on. Remember Operation Bud? Or you don't remember?
Yeah, you got to pull the liver out without touching the side and shit.
So that's what you're doing. You're not putting anything into action, dog. All you're doing is putting in excuses. You're putting in excuses. You're not. You can dream all you want, but without the action, you're full of shit. And you just got to realize that this is not you. And I'm not here to tell you, but I tell you, you got to realize that because look, wait, let me ask you a question. How old are you?
31.
31. And how long have you wanted to be a lawyer?
Probably 18, 19.
So wait, let me.
When I first got into school. When I first got into school.
So you're telling me you've been dreaming since 18 years old, and bud, you're 31 years old right now, and you haven't done anything. So don't you think it's time to put that toy down?
Well, that's why I asked, is your dream outpaced by your reality due to what your environment is? So do you have to change?
Hey, bro, you asking a question that is like one-sided. Yeah, your goddamn environment. Yeah, all of that shit got something to do with it. But you ain't the only motherfucker been in that environment that wanted to be a lawyer. They found ways to do it.
Yes, and like a guy, 13 years, no action. 13 years. So what is the excuse for 13 years, buddy?
Well, I mean, there's no excuse.
No. Go ahead and make sure you add dragons. Make sure you add dragons and zombies in what you're about to say, because you're full of shit, dog. And we're just saying
that's all it is, man.
I'm calling because I'm asking.
Hey, bro, that's why when you have this date that you hardly ever have, and you start talking about your dreams and goals, the bitch want to jump out the car because she can see you just full of shit.
And ladies, when y'all jump out of his car, make sure you take your arms and roll them so you can get a good twist.
hey, man, because none of your shit sounds reachable.
Yeah.
Right. So is it not reachable because there's no action behind it?
No, yes, it's not reachable because you ain't trying to reach it, and you can hear in your voice you full of shit.
Yeah, man.
I disagree with that, though.
Wait,
Hey, caller, if you disagree with it, what you gonna do tomorrow? Enroll in the law school?
You're an old man.
You ain't gonna do it, dog. Yes, listen, young man. No. I'm glad that you said that, Bud, because he makes our point. Gentlemen, when we teach all things because of your reality, let me show you three things. Guys, everything is a teachable moment. Okay, let me show y'all three things. When we say things to hit your pussy and y'all get mad, y'all lash out. Caller, let me show y'all. Watch this, caller. Hold on, what's that, caller? You said you disagree. This guy says, what do y'all do for a living? You know what I mean? Like he's mad at us. And then this other guy here says, y'all don't help these men. Y'all just making fun of them. I don't know why they're calling. Well, hey, Stephen LD, I don't know why you're fucking listening. Why would you listen? But anyway, why are you here listening? If you feel that we're making fun then get your ass out the fucking room and go the fuck on, bitch. We don't give a fuck about what you think, bitch.
Hey, Dean. You think life ain't laughing at them motherfuckers?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because instead of you wondering what we do for a living, don't worry about the messenger. Listen to the fucking message, and maybe you'll get something out of this. Listen, caller, look. You asked us a question. We give you an answer, and because the answer doesn't fit in your fucking reality, you disagree with us, which you can do, but
no, Steve, I disagree with the diagnosis of me not wanting that.
13 years. Wait, 13 years? Wait, caller. 13 years and you haven't done a fucking
circle.
Hey, you guys. See, the thing is, you just asked one question, and this motherfucker is fronted off. And then the question is, what the fuck you gonna do now? You say you want to be a lawyer. We telling you that if you want to be a lawyer, you got to get your ass up and go to law school. And you agreeing. So what I'm saying is, what are you gonna do?
Hey, here you go. What's
I'm gonna sit around and do nothing.
No, exactly. Wait. What's the plan? No. You're 31 years old. Tell us the plan. No, we're wrong. You're right. So tell us the plan. When you hang up this phone, what are you gonna do? What's the plan?
I'm gonna keep soaking up this game.
No. Then you don't want to be a lawyer, big dog. And I know for
so you're saying if you don't have action behind what your desire is, then you don't really want it. Is that
Hey, caller, can you please listen to this? Do you know what the word desire means? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. What does it mean?
A want that has not been accomplished yet is something that you want to become reality that has not been accomplished.
So wait, let me ask you this. If you desire something, how do you know you really desire it?
Oh man, there it is, because you'll have it.
No, because you'll go get it, or you'll try to go get it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So what I'm saying is that's why that question is important. What the fuck are you gonna do
after you get off the phone with us?
Not even then. I'm talking about tomorrow.
I'm talking about today.
Well, what the fuck are you gonna do, caller?
Just say nothing.
Since you want to be a lawyer, still do what, bro?
Nothing tomorrow, but in the future.
You know what? If I wanted to be a lawyer, bud, and I was in Alabama, you know what I would do? First thing I'm gonna do is write down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the law colleges. I mean the law schools, and I'm gonna find out what is the criteria for me to kind of get a grant or a student loan, so I can begin the process of becoming a lawyer. That's what I would do first. I would make that call so I would have an understanding of what are the criteria, what do I have to bring, how many years of college do I need, or I would go online to find out, well, can I go in with 2 years of college, or do I gotta go 4 years in? I think it's 4, but I'm not sure because I'm not a lawyer. But what I'm saying
is you need an undergrad.
The thing is, you gonna do something.
But that's what the fuck I'm saying. I'm already going to do something. And not only that, hey, Norm Jr., watch this, Norm Jr., you just took the words out of my fucking mouth. So then what I would try to do is, but if I want to be a lawyer, I need to get around lawyers. So I need to get in a job and try to be around lawyers so I can soak up some of this law shit. Paralegal. But what I'm saying is, caller, you see the difference between myself and Bud? We're ready to make the move, not tomorrow, not sometime today. We're talking about as soon as, if I were you hanging up that phone, I'm jumping on what does it take to be a lawyer, and I'm going to follow all those steps. What does it take to get a student loan or a grant? If I can get into law school, what are the steps? And then I'm going to find out all the law colleges, all the law schools in my area and find out how I can get in those. That's what Bud, that's what I would do.
And plus, you would at least sound like you wanted to be a lawyer. This dude sound like he want to be a security guard.
Yeah.
No, it's just I'm at work and I can't be screaming like that.
No, that ain't why you sound like that, man. You sound like that because that's your aspiration.
Yeah, Steve know I call, man. I call all the time.
No, don't bring me in this. Sure. No, don't bring me in this. Don't bring me in. Look, dog, listen. You ask the question and see.
No, but for real, that's a good game, man. I didn't think of the approach of.
a lot of y'all guys get mad at us because y'all feel we're being mean to you motherfuckers when we're trying to get you out of your fucking reality. Your reality is why you cannot grow. Bud and I reality, okay, let me explain Rosebud's reality. Rosebud's reality is constantly evolving. So the John Dixon, aka Rosebud Bitter Dose, who he was yesterday is not who he is today, and who he's going to be tomorrow won't be who he is today. You see what I'm saying? He's evolving, but you're at a standstill. And for 13 years of your life, and matter of fact, I won't even talk about Rosebud the pimp. I'm talking about Rosebud, the little snot-nosed kid that decided to go get them fucking fabrics for his fucking mother that got his little cake ass out of the goddamn house. So if a young Rosebud can do that shit, how the fuck can a 31-year-old adult can't get off his lazy ass and try to find out how to be a lawyer, dog? That's all I'm saying, bud. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, it ain't that he can't, it's that he just won't.
He what? Yeah, exactly.
No, it was the desire, y'all. You going back to that's why I asked was the desire based on action.
There's no desire.
It wasn't
buddy.
that I didn't. Go ahead.
There's no
You
desire.
said there's no desire.
There's no desire, man. There's no desire, man. Exactly. Thank you, Norm. We're not gonna rub his tummy. I know it hurts. No,
but the thing about what we're doing right now is like wasting time because this dude is not going to do anything but keep repeating the same bullshit.
All right, buddy. So we appreciate the call, dog.
He ain't even changing it up.
Yeah, please change it up. We appreciate you. Holler back at us, okay, man?
Yes, sir.
I respect you. Thank you, brother. Hey, guys, lines are open. Guys, you got a question, go ahead and call in. Lines are open. We got a question right here. Let me see. Did I grab this question? He says, this gentleman says, let me see. Let me pull it up. He says, wait, shit. Oh, wait, we got another call. Fuck. 601, what's your name? What's your question, sir? What's up?
Oh, hey, hello. So basically, I'm gonna keep it simple.
Okay.
So I've been with this girl for about a year.
What is your name, buddy? One thing we always teach you on these shows is that your name is very important. Okay. So introduce like a man. So what's your name? Don't give us your last name. What's your name?
My name's James.
Okay, James. What's your question, buddy? What's up? You've been with a girl for a year now. What's up?
Yes. So I've been with a girl for a year, and the other night I got a text from her at about 2 to 3 in the morning.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, I messed up," and I was like, "Okay." I tried talking to her, seeing what's wrong. Long story short, she basically got a train ran on her.
Okay, well, James, good for
Not
her.
even
Hey, James. I think, James, I think that's the best thing that can happen because, James, you don't look at her. We got to look at the guy. You can't fuck. You have no game. You're soft. You're weak. And you can't make her pussy wet. So what I think you should do is either tell her to either watch the Monday show to pick from myself and Rosebud or the Sunday show to pick from 5 stud brothers that can take care of her, and we'll take care of your girl, buddy. All right. So we wish you the best of luck in your endeavors, man. All right. Anyway, back to the show. But as we're saying, let's get back to this young man's question right here. He says, how does one know? Wait, let's go ahead and grab his call. 916, what's your name and what's your question? 916 going once, 916 going twice, 916 last time. All right. So y'all got to call in and go. All right. So he says, how does one know? Hey, I got to go into this thing right here because I got it on 2 screens. So this one blocks it. So he says, how does one know one is efficient, smooth, or whatever without external validation of result? I don't understand. I don't.
Hey, see, first, you got to understand who this guy is. This guy, you can tell by the way he wrote his question.
And his thumbnail.
This guy is just lost. And he says, how does one know? He don't speak like that.
Yeah, not at all.
So he's fucking his own question up by trying to come off like a pompous motherfucker.
I said that, Rosebud.
Yeah.
Great poupon.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. So you don't ask these kinds of questions about yourself if you have any type of chance of validating who you are, because you validate who you are, not someone. Someone does not validate who I am. I validate who I am, and then when I live up to what I think I'm supposed to do in whatever situation, I'm representing who I'm validating. Whereas all this shit is outside validation.
Well, if you look at his name, if you look at your name, young man, and look at your thumbnail, this is why you don't believe in yourself. You don't like yourself, and you have a lot of issues, big guy. You're not efficient, you're not smooth, and I'm trying to understand why it is you're even asking that question. Let me ask bring this call in 916 for the last time. What's your name and what's your question?
Hello?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
What is your name and what's your question?
My name is Marquita.
Yes, Marquita. Can you turn down the background, please? And what's your
I'm
question?
sorry. Hold on. I have a question, and I don't want y'all guys to tear me off. Tear me down.
We're not going to tear you off or tear you down. We're just going to be men and answer
Okay,
your question. What's up? What's up?
I want to know, with me being a single mother of two, and I've been watching you gentlemen for a while, I love to get the hip and talk on how men think. But I have two babies. One is 19, one is about to be 12. And I wanted to know, with me not being in a dating scene for a little over 6 years, what would you tell me as a man's perspective on how to get to dating again?
Hey, let them boys grow up. Talking about babies. The nigga 19 and the other boy 12. And you
No, my daughter's 19. She'll be 20 in September, and then my son, he's about to be 12. But I
thought you said you
I
had
don't
two
know how to be a
sons.
father, because their dad, they have two separate fathers. Their dads are dead.
But that has nothing to do with anything. What I'm just saying.
I know. I was wanting to know what you guys' perspective is on men dating women that have kids. I haven't dated for a long time. Just concerned with my kids and trying to raise them.
Okay, nobody cares about your kids. Most of these guys, just want. They don't make it about your kids. Most of these guys don't care about your kids, because most of these guys don't want to have a relationship with you. Most of them just want to bend you over and smash. So you just got to accept that for what it is. Most of these guys don't want to be a father. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. They don't want anything. They just want to smash or hang out with you.
Yeah.
So you just got to accept that, but stop making it. You see, you. Let me tell you your biggest problem. Don't talk about your kids. Don't make it about your kids. This has nothing to do with your children. Your children have nothing to do with you and that person. So do not bring up, I'm a single mother and I've got two kids and everything you're saying to us, because that's going to turn them off.
Women are always trying to tell their story.
But we don't. I'm telling you, they don't. Guys don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear your story.
Don't give a damn about that.
Hey, caller, do you know many guys that watch soap operas?
No, but I do.
I'm making a point. You don't know many guys that watch soap operas because they don't like hearing that shit.
Damn. What am I to do?
Well, no, hey, you ain't supposed to do nothing but understand the truth.
Because I have one more question. And y'all probably gonna tear me up with this. Oh Lord.
What is it?
I've always been growing up, when I was a kid, I've always been more of the masculine person in the relationship. So it's like that's hard to cut down to.
What's hard to come down to?
From me thinking I run the show.
So that's how you approach your relationships?
No, I don't. Not in the beginning.
But it ends up that way.
Yeah.
You know what I would ask you? You know what I would ask you before I got ready to hit that thing? I would say, is your dick gonna get harder than mine? Because you sound like you got a dick.
See, that's what the problem is. There's and my kid's father, they're one is 21 years older than me, and one was 23 years older than me. They never had no problems with that.
No, that's not a problem.
It's just that I always was
that's not a problem.
The type of person growing up to where I always helped my own. So
young lady, that's not a problem. You just been with a bunch of bitches. You get with a real man, that shit ain't gonna tolerate that fucking shit. You either gonna follow his, I don't know why you laugh. I'm dead serious. You either gonna follow what he says, or he's gonna replace you and get rid of you. Hey, wait, watch it, young lady. Let me show you how it works. Okay, now I'm gonna use John. I'm gonna use my boy Rosebud for this. Now, what I want you to say is I want you to give me a bit of your attitude. I want you to ask me, why aren't you giving me what I want? Go ahead and you say that to me, and I want you to see how this thing works. Okay? Ask me that. Just go ahead, just ask.
Why you ain't doing what the hell you supposed to be doing?
Rosebud?
Customer number.
You know what? And I always like the real deal. Since I was growing up, I've never in my life, and I'm giving you the peace sign.
Now serving customer number 27 at window number 4.
Okay, wait, hey, I told her to shut the fuck up. She running the fucking mouth, bud. What are we saying?
Now serving customer number 27 at window 4.
You're running. No, you're not listening because you're running your goddamn mouth. Stop running your fucking mouth and listen.
Hey, and that's how you always prevail. Hey, that's how you always prevail, because you don't shut up. You don't have anything to say, so you keep screaming the same shit over and over and over.
I'm not screaming.
Hey, don't nobody want to hear that damn shit. Hey, and tomorrow and next week, you're going to be by your goddamn self.
Exactly.
Who in the fuck?
And you know what? It's been fine. It's been fine being by myself, because I've been trying to get me back on deck.
Hey, it must not be fine, because you calling the show and you asking the question you asked. It can't be fine.
Can't be. So don't lie. You're lying to yourself.
That's what y'all do. Instead of telling yourself the truth, you tell yourself some bullshit and try to make us believe it.
Young lady, you're lonely as fuck, but we're saying you don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen. That's the problem. You don't know how to shut up.
That's part of why you lonely. Don't nobody want to have to compete to talk.
Yeah, men don't want to compete.
Go ahead, babe.
Yeah,
go ahead, babe.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, because I want to hear.
Listen, that even she doing it now when she giving you permission to talk.
All right, we're gonna let you
I want to hear your shit.
No, we gotta let you go, because you're wasting our time. You won't listen. You keep running your mouth.
I want to hear a male's perspective.
No, you're not.
No, you didn't. You want to see if your dick was big as mine.
Yeah, your dick ain't big. You shouldn't have a dick. You gotta learn how to shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You think you got one?
Come on,
because you have to be the master of all your goddamn men.
Yeah, you can't do that with a real man. We ain't gonna tolerate that shit, because you're replaceable. We don't need you. You need us. We don't need you.
So I'm supposed to be Mother May I at the same time, though?
No, you're supposed to be exactly who you are, so we won't fuck with you.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all I need to know.
All right. Take care, young lady. All right. Peace out. See, we're not mean people. We're just keeping it a buck. I don't get why y'all guys out here don't have these women in check. They know they can't get away with shit with real motherfuckers. Like you heard what she said. A lot of women run dog walk you motherfuckers because y'all don't have any game. And we all get this.
Hey, Dean, you remember I was telling you about that girl that cooked and I took her home. I think it was yesterday or the day before. She formally quit me. hey, she just like that broad that hung up. You know what she say is the shit, and what a nigga say, can be just considered.
Hey, hey, Bud got formally quit on. Bud, congratulations.
Hey, I got formally quitted. They said she said you just too mean. I can't fuck with you. Hey, I'm mean because I ain't going for none of that goddamn shit you talking.
Hey, but you notice, Bud, she called your motherfucking ass back. She called you up to check.
I want to ask that bitch, well, why you call me? Matter of fact, I did ask her, why did you call me to tell me you don't want to fuck with me?
Right. She won't fuck with you. See, that's what I understand. She really, hey, Bud, she think you a sucker where she gonna call you back and be like, well, I'm sorry. How can I make this work? I'll make the brisket this time. Can we work this out?
Hey, you know what I told baby? I said, girl, you can do what you want to do.
Give a fuck.
You can do what you want to do because it's already over with my black ass. Hey, I don't need Nam Bra. I don't need Nam Bra for real.
Yeah.
And I'm considering if I want to buy one of these goddamn robots that they starting to have. they got the ultimate woman waiting for me that I can plug that bitch up, and then when I'm through it, I can put her back in the closet.
All day, every day. Yes. This young man that was asking that question, let's see here. Keep it going. He said, how does one know? Wait, I thought he said, wait, I'm sorry, let me grab it. He says, question is about at the end of the day, I can't be delusional to validate I'm efficient and my result is not there. So maybe I'm missing. What the fuck? What is he talking about?
This is that dude that asked that last question that had the word efficient in it.
Yeah, that isn't.
Hey, dude, why don't you call in so you can say what you're saying? Because evidently you can't convey what you're thinking through pen, through writing.
You're not making any sense, big guy. You're and again, this is y'all's problem. Y'all are not actually trying to learn anything. That's you notice the theme, and you notice why a lot of these guys out here are having a lot of problems. Okay. A lot of y'all guys are having the problems. Is going back to what we're talking about. Guys' lines are open, and we're discussing this. But Bud, there's a lot of layers to everything you're saying. But it just goes to show why a lot of these guys are not winning. Because I mean, again, we were ending at their abilities, but not only their abilities, but their learning as well. We do teach these young men to be better men, but they do not want to actually consistently learn anything. They just want to sit around and expect everything to come to their door, buddy.
That man, they're not realistic because they don't give themselves any type of timelines. The only thing they're real about is dreaming.
Yes.
They're gonna dream and dream and dream, and they're never gonna try to achieve any of it. The reason. Not the reason, but one of the big reasons I'm always having something to do as far as changing my direction is because I'm not scared to be creative. I'm not scared to think of something. Do you know how far out the box it is, or it was for me to sew, buy a sewing machine, actually try to learn how to do that shit? Man, and I knew Carl Nesbitt. He was a pimp nigga, but he was a tailor before he was a pimp, and he could sew, and he could sew good as a motherfucker. When I showed him my quilts, and
oh man, fucking quilts.
Dude, I showed Carl my quilts, and I said, man, look at the seam, man. You know how even it is and shit. He say, it's even and it's so kind of good, but what is this shit, man? This ain't nothing. You can't make no money with it. He was a tailor, nigga. He make a suit for a nigga that was bad as a motherfucker.
He looked at your shit. He looked at your raggedy ass shit. He's like, what the fuck is this?
He looked at my shit and asked me, what is this? What does this have to do with sewing?
I think that was a dream crusher at that moment. I think you realized that you had to stop and get into something else because.
Hey man, that was a part of my road to becoming Rosebud, not having hoes. You know, I had to find my niche. I didn't just settle into writing and shit. You know, I had to go through a lot of different shit.
I don't know if this is a prank call. 609. What's your name? What's your question?
Hello, guys. I'm talking to my speakerphone.
Okay,
Can you guys hear me clearly?
No, we're gonna have to get off your speaker, sir. What is your name and what's your question?
Can you hear me clearly now? My name is Jude, and my question.
Okay, Jude. Yeah. I already know this is gonna be bad. Just to be hearing your name. What's your question, Jude?
Don't do me like that, man. My name
come on, I already know. You don't come and say my name is Jude. Like I'm go ahead. What's your question, man?
Yeah, so my question is that, so when you guys, I know you guys are well-rounded men, so when you're looking for opportunities, I mean, when you have a job, are you still always looking for a new job just to see what comes in that window? Doesn't matter how long you've been at that job.
Me, I don't think job. You know, if I'm at a job and I'm there for 15 years, it's because that's just what I'm doing. And, you know, I ain't about to try to make this my life because I don't want to work for no motherfucking body. I never did.
Why are you asking the question, sir?
Yeah, because there's been numerous businesses approaching me and they're asking to me to meet, interview, and they're offering me better salaries than my current.
How old are you?
I don't believe you because you sound like you scared to talk.
That commentary with motherfuckers are beating the door down. You sound too passive.
I'm not passive at all. Actually, my actions are not passive.
Hey, wait a minute, man. How can we tell? If you're not passive, you wouldn't have to fucking say that. So you must be passive. That's what we both got.
All right, caller. How long have you been at your job for?
It's been a year and 4 months.
Okay. Do you like your job?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. Love it. So as a grown-ass man, what do you want to do?
I'm all about the paper.
Well, then if you're okay, wait. Yeah. Then if you're all about the paper and these other companies are offering you more money, then why the fuck are you asking us the question when you already have the answer?
Because the thing is that, I might be chasing money as a young 24-year-old.
But you just said you love the paper.
Matter more
no, stop. No. It doesn't matter what we say because you got it in your fucking pea brain that you want the money. You want the paper.
So he just said it's all about the paper.
It's all about the paper. So anything we tell you is going to hit a wall. So we're asking you, what do you want to do? You said you're about the money. So if they're offering you more money, then what do you think you should do?
No, that's what I think I should do. I think I should go after the money. But the thing is that I'm not a experienced man in life.
You ain't experienced. You're not a man. You're not a man at all. You're not a man at all.
Because he's scared to take a chance on him.
Right. So you're not a man at all. So it doesn't matter what we're going to tell you. You just make this choice. You said you're about money, so go with the money. It doesn't matter what we tell you. That shit ain't going to stick. You ain't ready for that shit to stick. You're all about the money.
I mean, if I wasn't ready, why would I be calling?
Well, then wait a second. I got to ask you again. Are you happy with your job?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, then. Well, then why the fuck do you want to leave your job if you're happy with it?
I mean, there's always something better at the other side of things. It's always better. That's why I think my philosophy in life.
Right.
Hey, man. Hey, you don't believe that shit because if you did and you thought it's always better and you got something better, you wouldn't have to ask questions about accepting it. You would make preparations so that you can win with it. But you're lying. I don't believe you're telling the truth.
I don't believe you're telling the truth either, man.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you believe, but
wait.
Hey, it don't matter, so hang up on his fucking ass.
It doesn't matter what we believe, loser. Then why the fuck you calling us then? We're not the one losing. You're the one losing. You're the one that's soft as fuck. You're the one
and you're the one admitting that you're losing.
Right. So you get again. Why do y'all guys call and get this truth and this ism and it just hurts your pussies and you get all mad and shit?
Ain't nobody mad, man.
Well, no, wait. Well, I don't believe. I don't care. We believe what you guys say. Then what the fuck you calling us for if you don't give a fuck?
No, you said that you don't believe that. You said that you don't believe that I believe that something's always better on the other side. I said it doesn't matter what you believe in that specific in that specific topic. That's why I said it doesn't matter what you believe.
Well, hey caller, you got a little phone. It got a little button. Just hang up on us, man, if it don't matter.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm not saying everything.
Hang up on us, man. Don't nobody want to talk to you no more. Fuck you.
All right. All right, man. It's I don't. But it doesn't math doesn't matter. It's like they're so used to being around people that pacify them and shit. I think that's the problem because they get
that is the problem.
They get around real motherfuckers and they think we're the bad guys, but they don't realize the ones that's pacifying them are the worst ones.
They're worse than we are.
Worse than we are.
So hey, the thing about me and you, we can adjust our strategy
all day, every day. All day, every day.
And we don't adjust our dreams. We adjust our strategies.
Yes.
Because we're continually trying to get what it is we're thinking we want.
Right.
We ain't waiting for somebody to pass a bill so we can stand in line and wait for this or that and the other. We are trying to get it, and we're go-getters. And that's what we emphasize these thoughts produce. These thoughts produce motherfuckers that go get what they're thinking. These ideas and things that we talk about, it's more than a strategy. It's the tools for your life.
Well, okay. It was a lot about also what we got Mustafa. That look, dog, I don't understand something. He says, Bud, were you joking about me? We might have to take thousands of it. No, wait. No, wait. Mustafa, I'm going to do you a favor because nobody has ever done this favor for you. If you don't call in the next minute, I'm kicking you the fuck out the room. You want to know why? Because you've been in this bitch for 2 hours and you are not calling in to get any help. And if you don't do that, that means you're wasting the time of somebody who actually really wants to learn. So I'm going to do you a favor. You either call the fuck in or we going to get you the fuck out. Because this is why you got a loser mentality. Because you won't face the music like a fucking man. So either you call in the next 30 seconds, you got to get the fuck out of this room, dog. Because this shit ain't for you, big guy. And I'm doing you a favor. Because a lot of y'all don't, hey, Bud, do you see this is why women roll on these motherfuckers?
Hell yeah, I see.
They just so weak and soft. And then they get so mad and they get so effeminate. But
they cellophane, man. You can see through them.
Man, that's crazy to me how they think the way they think, and then expect to actually win. You're not gonna win doing that stuff. So we're gonna let you go, big dog. This just ain't for you, buddy. Okay.
Hey, they think like they think, and they do like they do, and the results are clear. The results are that they don't have now leg to stand on.
They and it's, you know what's so weird? They don't have that, and they don't understand that they're the problem, and they're not doing anything to even try to fix the problem.
And that Mustafa motherfucker ain't called yet, huh?
He gone. We did him a favor. Hopefully he'll realize. But like we were saying, that a lot of these young men have been so pacified by the internet and all that other stuff that they are so comfortable in their reality, Bud, that they choose not to go beyond a thought. And this is where confidence, okay, if you think about it, let's get into the confidence versus self-doubt. Guys, we got less than an hour left of the show. Guys, you want to call in and ask your questions. But Bud, see, self-doubt stays with people who doubt themselves. So people who have self-doubt, Bud, they really spend more time with people who are like themselves, self-doubters, which makes them feel comfortable, confident in self-doubting themselves, Bud. Their confidence is in their self-doubt, not in their confidence. But let's talk on that, Bud. Confidence versus self-doubt.
Well, if you believe in yourself and you believe that your skills can be developed, you won't really shy away from much challenging shit. It's all starts with what you think of yourself. If you think that you are qualified to climb the highest mountain, and you get to a point in that mountain where it looks kind of dangerous, that don't mean you're going to stop. That means you're going to figure out how to do it safely, but you still going to do it. See, that's how you grow. That's how you fucking grow.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, got a question, please put a Q. We got y'all covered, but this is what we're talking about. And again, the confidence is in the belief, bud, and I don't think they understand it. They've got to have a belief in themselves. And the problem is, bud, you can't believe in yourself if you don't like yourself. But we have a question right here. This gentleman says, Steve, you said something interesting earlier. You have to be locked into yourself. Does that mean you don't let okay, Martin, call in. Bud, go ahead and answer this. Martin, you got to call in. Bud, what say you on this?
Well, man, yes. To make it simple, shit. When you tuned into yourself, you locked in. You know, anything happening outside is happening outside. You know the sun is gonna come up. You know the sun is gonna go down. Ain't none of that gonna change because you've decided something. It only affects you.
It only affects you. So, but what I'm saying is that if you feel we said something back then is interesting, everything we're saying is interesting, but y'all guys are not soaking it in the right way to utilize the information the right way.
No, they're trying. They're watering it down so it makes sense to them.
Right, right.
If it made sense to you, it wouldn't be sharp.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is you got to figure the sense out. You got to figure what makes sense looking at it this way, not changing it to look at it another way. Because if you change it to look at it another way, it's not the same thing.
And I think that's where a lot of these guys go wrong.
That's where they make their mistake, man, because they think they want to homogenize whatever it is so all of them can believe it. But that homogenized shit is why it's fucked up, because when it's homogenized, that means a whole bunch of different ingredients go into it and changes it. It's not the same thing.
And you know what, but was crazy when you water it down, like you were saying, that's the thing. You take the essence away from what it is when you try. See, the problem, like you're saying, that was real deep because they do water it down to try to get it to understand it on their level, where they shouldn't try to be on their level of that understanding. They should be trying to go up to the understanding.
Yes. They don't realize that, man. And this is why they just don't have no game. Because I'm telling you what it does, it allows shit that's not allowed. You know, you can see shit that's not clearly visible. And it makes plenty sense to you because of how you're looking at it. That third eye that you develop by getting sharp as fuck, that third eye is very important. And when you see with all three of your eyes, the third one included, you just see shit differently. And you think about it differently.
Absolutely. And if you think about it, like you were saying, at the end of the day, we all started with zero ability. Let's talk on that. I mean, what we are now, gentlemen, what we are now started at a point where it just didn't fall on our lap. It just didn't fall on our lap. We had to grow this, we had to cultivate it, and we had to do several things to lock it in. So let's talk about many successful people started with zero ability, but we also need to talk also about the growth mindset.
Hey, so man, my life is a perfect example of what that's saying. I started out with zero ability. I'm telling you, the first broad I caught, she actually asked me that I want to pimp on her. So what I'm saying is my ability evolved. It evolved from being involved in different shit that happens when you're out there in that life. You either run from it or you face it head on. The more you face, the sharper you get and the more confident you get. And the more confident you get, the more you willing to face. And my ass I was willing to face any and everything, no matter where it was, what it was. If it was about representing Bud, I wasn't punking. Period. I wouldn't be in a punk at all. You ain't gonna see it in me. And that come from me not wanting to be confused with the motherfucking punks that are in the pimping. Some of these motherfuckers is punks.
All right. Well, here we got a number. I think it's a fake number. I don't know. 2700. What's your name? What's your question? 270 going once. 270 going twice. 270 last time. Okay, they hung up the phone. Okay, I guess they didn't have anything to say, so they hung up the phone. Okay, well, all right, guys, lines are open. If you got a question, go ahead and ask. We got your question, but Bud, again, I think people just have this mindset that it should just happen right off the bat without cultivating it, and I don't think they have an idea, like you say, of a growth mindset that when you believe in the skills that you have, these things can be developed with effort. But again, Bud, the belief that these guys don't have for themselves is such a big problem. They just don't believe in themselves.
But they don't believe in themselves, Dean, because they don't acknowledge small wins. They want to acknowledge that big win. And they never get the big win because they don't build up to that big win. They don't understand that the small things that you do, the small things that are successful for you, are creating a foundation for you to believe in yourself. And if you don't have a foundation to, be able to stand on, you'll never be able to really believe in what you think. And these guys don't want to form it.
Well, I think they believe in what they think, and I think that's the problem because they believe that they're average. They believe that they don't deserve.
They believe in what they're not thinking.
Right, exactly.
They don't think that they're average. They think less of themselves than that. Because the average motherfucker at least would call in and try.
Oh, no, absolutely. Guys, we're going to do about 15 more minutes of the show, guys. If y'all want to call in. We got y'all. Guys, y'all want to call in, got a question, please put a Q. We got y'all covered. We are talking about, do your dreams outplace your reality? Let's get to the next thing that we need to talk about. Bud, I like to talk about the real question. At the end of the day, what is the real question of, can I do this, but am I willing to put the work to make it happen? Let's talk on that real quick.
See, now, in reality, that is the real question. Are you willing to put the work in that it takes to do what you're trying to do? And I was, and as I referenced several times in, my little exploits as I was coming up, I put the fucking investment money, I put the investment time, and I put the investment material in all of it. And I can do everything that I tried as far as in the past, but I'm only choosing to live and exercise my growth as I can on this medium that I am now, because this is more my style now. This is more conducive to me being able to continue doing it a long time. We don't strain or anything, Dean, so I don't have to worry about getting old. I ain't gonna have to lift nothing too heavy. So all I got to do is lift my ass, sit down. So, that's cool for me right now. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, absolutely. Gentlemen, guys got a question, please put a Q. We'll be wrapping this up pretty soon, but you're absolutely right. I think that many of these young men, they don't ask questions because in their mind, they got the answer already locked in. They already assume that, you know what, this is it for me.
But see, you know what? They really don't have the answer. They don't want the answer. Right. They have the question because the question comes up, but they don't have the answer, and they do not want an answer from me or you, especially when they real bitches, and they motherfucking tripping and say we talk about people and all that shit. Life is gonna laugh at you if you look funny, if you make weak gestures and shit.
Well, and again, I think that a lot of young men are afraid to learn the truth, not about us, but the light that we shine on them. A lot of people don't want to realize that everything they always want or actually want isn't going to happen. Let me grab this call. 2603, what's your name? What's your question, sir? What's up?
What's going on, y'all? This is Thurl from Detroit.
All right, what's your question?
What's up?
What's up?
My question is, how would y'all go about this if you were starting from ground zero? Say you ain't have no game and you was at ground zero. What would be your steps to putting the work in to get to where y'all at now?
All right, wait. Okay, if I was you, right? If I was you, what would we do, right? Let me tell you what I would do if I was you.
No, I didn't.
No, you. Because you're asking this question for you, right? You're because if you actually had game, caller. If you actually had game, listen to me. I'm trying to teach you a lesson. If you actually had game, you wouldn't give a fuck about what the next man would be doing. You would be asking about you. So that's why I'm saying, if I was you, because you don't have game. Because a man with game is not.
I don't know that. Are you right? I don't know that.
So with that being said, if I were you, what I would do is what I did when I was 9 years old. If I saw a Rosebud or a Steve, I would pick the motherfucker that I want to learn from, and I would go straight like a straight line, bud, right over to them, have my cup emptied, the knee to the ground, and say, teach me, I'm ready to soak up everything you have. You just send me the SWU or send me the man mindset. That's how you do it. It's not hard. It's simple, bud.
Well, see, that's what I probably shouldn't get like I get, but I just get quiet, man, because I don't be wanting to share shit with these motherfuckers, man. They're fake. They don't care. They don't want to do anything but have reasons to fail. Man, there's 1,000 reasons you haven't even chose to fail. So if you want to fail or just don't grow, I mean, you don't need to talk to us and be mad at us or anything. If you want to grow, pay attention to what a motherfucker is talking about and see if your growth don't start.
Right. But it's not gonna start, young man, when you have a them mentality versus an I mentality. That's your problem. You shouldn't be thinking about them. You should be thinking about yourself. Does that make any sense, young man?
Yeah. So it's more so about like, okay, I heard y'all talking about like failing. So it's more so how many
there is no failure. No.
Or is it more so about learning the proper way? Like it's failure's gonna be inevitable.
Caller,
right?
There is no failure. There are learns. You learn. You don't.
That's what I'm saying.
No, caller, you just fucking said failure, motherfucker. I'm telling you, I said there is no. I said learn. Then you got the nerve to tell me what the fuck I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, dog. You're not teaching. You know what? I couldn't help you because you ain't teachable. Because I'm trying to teach you something right here, and all you're doing is running your fucking mouth trying to correct me on correcting you. Bitch, you just said fail. I said there is no fail. There's no. Oh no, that's what I really meant. Fuck you, man. Are you gonna listen or do you want to run your fucking mouth?
Go ahead.
God damn, bud. This is what I'm saying. Hey guys, this is why I call Law Zero. The game is not for everybody because most of you motherfuckers don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen to something. But you want to sit here and correct somebody that's correcting you. You keep talking about fail.
Well, you know what, though, Dean? You know what, Dean? We got to accept that all the motherfuckers that called in here ain't got no game. So, I mean, we can't expect them to really follow the game or do things as representing game because they ain't got none. And they prove it every time they open their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say we ain't got no game, like what are you basing that off of?
See, this is my
so the thing about go ahead, Dean.
No, go ahead, bud. This is my point. You just made this motherfucker think he got game. He keep
the thing about game is it don't let you ask questions. you have to have the answer to whatever you're asking, and it'll make you state it instead of actually asking it. So game gives you all the answers. Game make you understand you cannot form a question without having at least 70% of the answer in the question.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to learn, though.
Wait. Tell me.
I'm gonna learn without asking questions.
Tell me how you're going to learn is if when you ask a question and you get correction, you correct the person that's trying to correct you.
I wasn't trying to correct you. I was just letting you know.
Caller,
I got the understanding
from
that
the moment,
failure
no, I'm not even talking about the failure. I'm talking about the moment you opened your fucking mouth, you were talking about everybody else but yourself. You were asking about everybody else except for yourself. That's where the fucking problem started at.
Hey, Dean, hey, caller, you know how you spell game? Do you or don't you?
G-A-M-E.
How do you spell it?
G-A-M-E.
No, you spell game capital M-E.
Or M-Y or I.
Okay.
That's how you spell it, bro.
That's how you spell it.
If it ain't about you, it ain't about game.
That's the whole God. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys.
I got another question.
Yes.
How can you tell that you're growing in the game?
Caller. Okay, first, caller. In order to grow in the game, you have to be a student of the game. Do you understand that?
Which I believe so I am.
Okay, wait, caller. Okay, let's look at the facts. You called in talking about other men. You called in running your fucking mouth. Wait.
Hey, he believe he is. Just let him say, where you getting this game from?
Who you getting the game from, dog?
Steve?
Nope.
Mr. Lucario?
Nope. You are not a student of mine. You are not no fucking student of mine talking like that. You are not a student of mine, dog. At all.
Yo, I'm talking about, because, like, the part of the game is, like, it's yourself, and then it's how you communicate. And then it's basically because I know, like with the courses you teach about, like, acceptance.
Oh, my God.
Gratitude.
Guys, y'all see how people lie to themselves?
How to communicate, the rules, and, it's different.
Bro, you just said something. Are you listening to how you communicate?
Yeah.
No, you're not. How the fuck you sound?
I ain't gonna lie. I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about.
You sound like a glue. Like most of you motherfuckers sound. You ain't got no goddamn diction. You ain't got no conviction in what you saying. I mean, who in the fuck want to listen to that shit?
Yeah, why would you lie to yourself and say you have something that you don't have, dog?
I mean, I just know my personal growth that
Okay.
But
Do you know?
I know where I'm coming from.
Caller.
I know where I'm at, and I want to keep going.
Caller. You are nowhere. You ain't shit. You're weak as fuck. You don't have any game. You don't. You're soft as fuck. You're weak, and you silly as fuck. So what makes you think you have game, sir?
Because I know where I came from.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there.
It's cool.
Where you came from.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Hey, man, you can't hear me or something?
Now, what'd you say?
Where you came from?
Man, I came from being ass for women, like not even be able to go up and talk to a woman, and that's second nature to me now. Like I can talk to a woman, introduce myself,
okay,
give her my information. Then
right.
I'm fucking more women.
Wait, watch this, bud. Watch this, bud. You're on a date with a bitch right now. What are you saying to her?
So I'm on a date with a girl. What I'm saying to her?
She's right in front of you. What are you saying to her?
What type of date? A dinner date?
Motherfucker, you're on a fucking date. You can choose whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
What are you saying to her?
I'm sitting next to her. I'm not sitting across.
I didn't give a fuck. I didn't ask if you were sitting next to her. I asked your fucking ass, what are you saying to her?
He said, I'm gonna probably tell her something like, after this, I want you to come home with me.
Okay, wait. The first thing coming out of your mouth is, wait. First thing out of your mouth is, after this, I want you to come home to me. Mr. Got Game. Why should she fuck you?
The same reason.
No, not same reason. No. It's not. Wait, let me slow this down.
What is that goddamn reason?
What is that reason? Mr. I Got Game.
Because I know how to fuck.
Caller, what's the reason, dog? Give me something.
Because I'm going to give her ultimate pleasure.
I didn't ask what you were going to do. I asked, why should she sleep with you? Because if you're this person, then here's the $1 million question. Why the fuck you calling us then, if you're this guy?
Because I want to grow.
You're okay. You know what?
That's why I call in.
You are guy. It's got to be the worst call today. You're the most ignorant motherfucker that is worse than the ignorant motherfuckers that called in. They're smarter than you.
Dean, now, goddamn it, I ain't finna just let you call that motherfucker in it because he said he wanted to grow. That's his reason to call in.
But let me explain you something. What he's showing. Okay, it's on paper. No, wait. It's on.
Okay, he just want to grow because he's just saying it.
He's just saying it because he's not a student on SWU. He's not a student. He's bullshitting. He just
the proof is in the pudding. Okay.
Yeah. So he ain't about that shit because his action. Because look, if he was under SWU, under the man mindset, he wouldn't even talk like this. Because our students don't talk this way, bud. Our students don't talk this way.
Yeah, he's sure talking defeated.
He tell you like a fucking motherfucker. This motherfucker said when he get in front of a woman, he gonna talk about, well, we're gonna go back to my place. Motherfucker can't even explain or express itself. That you surely know.
Okay, I would use, because that's like right on the spot. I would use like the outside world. You know, I use something. I mean, like it like. I don't know. That's like an on-spot question. It depends on what we was talking about going there.
I don't know. That's why we're asking you.
What I say? That's like on the spot.
Caller,
so
wait. Let's go to the beginning. What was your question? What was your question?
My question. Well, I was just calling. Like I said, if you was at ground zero with this shit.
So wait. Then like, why would you? If you had all this game, no. If you had all this game. Why would you ask us a ground zero question if you're this guy that has game? Why would you ask a ground zero question?
I don't even know what the question he was going to ask, but listen to this. If you at ground zero, you're a beginning motherfucker, which is where every motherfucker begins. Every motherfucker begins. You guys today is the only motherfuckers that want to start already in pocket. You know, you can't begin.
I'm not saying I'm at ground zero because I did learn a lot of things. I'm not saying I'm at ground zero.
Yeah, but I'm saying, where you at then, bro?
I
didn't ask you why nothing. I said, where you at?
I have had failures, a lot of them, and my thing is that I'm asking, like, is that a part of what it takes? Because I know a lot of people. They'll have failures and then walk away and don't want to learn no more. But I've never been that type.
Well, man, you see the answer is in the question.
Some more. Like I'm gonna figure out what I can do different next time. I'm not gonna quit.
But if that's
that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like
if that's
the mentality that it takes.
But if that's the case, why are we talking about somebody who's starting at ground zero?
Because I ain't gonna lie, I was asking a general question. I said
no. You ain't gonna lie. No, you telling us the truth. Your truth was, again, if you had this thing called game, you wouldn't sound like this shit that you sounded like, dog. You ain't understand we can recognize people that have game. I don't think he understands game, recognizes game much. I don't think he understands.
You don't understand what those words mean.
I don't think. What does that mean, caller? What does game recognize game mean?
That means if you have game, you're gonna recognize somebody with
That ain't what game recognize game mean. Game recognize game means that when you sitting down eating dinner and across from you, the motherfucking bitch telling you a whole bunch of bullshit that you know ain't true. You see it, you know how to say whatever you see, and you know how to still continue eating your motherfucking dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna straighten that bitch out, and you're gonna keep eating dinner, and it's gonna be a pleasant dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? Come on, Mr. I know it all.
I don't know it all.
No, of course you do. Of course you do, because you
actually I don't know shit.
Oh, no. But you told us you have game. You told us you have game.
Like even what I learned,
what did you learn? You
more. Okay, do y'all wait, I got a question. Do y'all agree that it's levels to the game, or do y'all think it's either you have it or you don't? Like, is there like a certain? Is it a level? Is levels to it? Or
hey, we believe both of them statements.
At all, or you have it.
If you didn't run your mouth so much, you would have heard it. We answered that we believe both of them statements.
Okay.
That's what this game is about, man. It ain't no one fucking reason. It ain't no either or. You can believe what the fuck you want to believe because you're going to make it true. Mm-hmm. If I believe I'm finna have 7 bitches and I ain't got none right now, and I really believe that, and I get 1, shit, ain't no way in the world you going to tell me I ain't going to get 7, because I wouldn't have got 1 if I wasn't capable of getting 7.
Right. And it's that belief in yourself.
That's right. It's that belief. That's what game is. The shit you know make you believe shit that other people can't believe.
Right, and you don't believe in yourself, big dog. Your language exposed you.
Well, I'll say this. I have stints where I'm like going hard, and then it's like, I ain't gonna lie. It's like sometimes I hit like a few roadblocks.
No. Have you ever met?
Hold
on. No. Stop. Have you ever met? Stop. Have you ever met? Have you met a sometimes lion before? Have you seen? Have you ever heard?
Have I met a sometimes lion before?
Have you ever seen or heard of a sometimes lion? That means he's 50%. He's lying some days, bud, and some days he's not. Have you ever heard?
But but is he eating every day though?
No. So your language again exposed you all the. But okay, the motherfucker above me is not sometimes, motherfucker. He's all the time. And the fact that you say sometimes shows that you don't know a motherfucking thing. Because a motherfucker with game is not sometimes. He doesn't speak in those
wait. This is what I'm saying. This is what I meant by sometimes, though. I meant like sometimes successful and sometimes. I know what you said about failure. There's no such thing as failure. I know what you're saying about that. I'm saying sometimes it goes your way and then sometimes it don't. Is that true?
And all the time we don't care. How about that?
Okay. Hey, bro, it always go my way because my way is whatever the fuck way it go. It's cool with me. I ain't motherfucking gonna be thinking I ain't shit because I didn't catch this bitch.
Okay, that's one thing to think you ain't shit. But what about, okay, I didn't catch her. What can I do next time to make that situation go how I intended it to go?
Human.
Like, you know
why do you care? Tell me why you give a fuck. That's why we know.
Because I want to get better.
No, you don't want to get. Hey, wait.
You don't. You don't want to get better, man. You're asking everything to hold your motherfucking ass back because there is no definitive answer that's gonna help you. You're asking everything to weigh your ass down.
Oh my gosh. And you don't even see that shit. You were so that woman has so much influence over you. You still thinking about her like that?
No.
Of course you are. You always she turned me down. So how do I get better? How do I get better? She turned me down. Boo hoo.
Because I know it's I know it's a right and a wrong way to do things. That's probably a problem.
Hey, bro, have you ever heard chicken today, feathers tomorrow? See, that's what I don't like about you guys. You can't talk and listen at the same time. You gotta just keep talking, block out what whoever's saying, no matter what point they're making. Look, cause you talking, you just talking. You don't hear shit. What kind of motherfucker? What kind of motherfucker is that? That can't talk. Never mind, man.
You see why you lose?
Nah, that nigga don't see why.
I'm listening.
No, you listening when you want to listen, but you ain't listening when the motherfucker talking. So I ain't talking now. You want to listen? I ain't talking when you want to listen. Fuck you. And keep believing that nonsense you believe. How about that?
Well, I was listening. I just ain't hear you talking, bro.
I know you didn't because you was talking.
Right.
I didn't hear. I was replying to you, bro. Oh, I'm listening.
I ain't got nothing for you. Dean might have something for you.
No. You have any other questions, big dog? Because you got a lot of fucked up things, dog.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't let this nigga ask another question.
Yeah, man.
What'd you say?
I said, do you have any other questions? Because apparently you know more than what we do. So we wish you.
I don't know shit, man.
No, of course you know it. Because everything we telling you, you always got a rebuttal. You don't listen. But it just goes to show everybody can't be in the game, dog. So, it's cool, big dog. You learn nothing. All right, man. Well, we'll throw you back in, buddy. All right, guys. So we're about to wrap this up, but let's take it on home, man. Guys, last round of questions. But what do you want to say to wrap this all up with these guys out here, man?
Well, you want to ask yourself, can you do it? But you also want to answer that question. A lot of people, they don't realize they just ask the question. They open the can, but they don't pour the contents out. You got to really make decisions when you're thinking. And if you make the correct decision, you're going to go towards it, not away from it. Dean?
No, that's absolutely it, guys. If y'all guys have a question, let's get that. Oh, Erico 44, what's your name? What's your question, sir?
Hello.
What's your name, sir? And what's your question?
Oh, my name is William, man, and I do want to thank Rosebud. I listened to him back in about 3 or 4 years ago. I was a faithful listener to Rosebud. He's the godfather of the pimp game. I want to know what I need to do to get spit game like the way he spit game.
How old are you, buddy?
And also, how can I book a session to become a client?
Okay, caller. Let me ask you a question. Are you watching?
Yes, sir.
Are you watching our show?
I was watching it about a couple of minutes ago, brother.
Okay. And how old are you?
Man, I'm 60 years old, bro.
Okay, so you don't have a handicap or mental disability, do you?
No, sir.
Okay, so you're telling me you can't read. You're asking how can I get in touch with him? You can't see what's above his head?
Hold on, let me go back over.
It hasn't moved to change. It hasn't moved to change. It's been there for the last 2 hours and 49 minutes, and I just don't understand y'all guys. I don't understand how y'all can ask these questions when the answer's right in your face. Well, what do you see above his head? Tell me what you see above his head.
Okay, let me go back on it.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on, sir.
Right. Okay, take your time. That guys are being mean. We can't make this shit up, dog. Come on.
No. I'm just.
Okay, what do you see? What do you see above his head?
I see.
What do you see?
Okay, I see. Of course, I see the number. I see.
No, above the
I
number.
see
Above
two.
me. No,
If
above
you
me.
have a
Above.
question,
No, go above that. What's above that? Above his head.
it's at. It says at Real Talk.
Go below that. What's below that?
Okay.
Bro, hold on, man. Hold on. Just listen. You can get at me at AskRosebud with 2 D's at gmail.com.
Can't make this up, man.
Hey, Dean, I grow too much of my beard waiting on bro.
Yeah, you ready? Call her.
Hey, and you can get YouTube at Real Talk with Rosebud.
All right, so does that make any sense, big guy? Hello?
He must have hung up, man.
Hello? Wait a second. Wait. How am I foul? Wait a second. Wait. How am I? Wait. Scott. Y'all guys have to understand that this is kindergarten to ask, how do I start? Or where do I go? Or what's my first step? When we have the information, and if you're trying to get the buzz, but right there, what are you talking about? How am I being foul? I'm serious, man. Guys, if y'all can't handle that, man, y'all gonna be able to handle women, dog. This is not hard to mean. Let me see. And he ran off. I don't know why he hung the phone up, but he ran off. But I'm just saying that you're 60 years old. The information has been on here for 2 hours. And yet you're asking me the question. Let's wait. 803. What's your name? What's your question, sir? How can we help you?
Hey, Dane, did that fool just call in and say he's 60 years old?
Sir, what is your name and what is your question, sir?
Name is Vic.
Okay, Vic, what's your question, buddy?
I was asking, did a 60-year-old player just call in
Vic,
asking about some games?
No, Vic, we're asking about what is your question, buddy?
That is my question.
Okay, then you're in the wrong place. I'll let you go. That's not the right question. Stop asking about other men. That's homophobic. But there's something in the water where these guys think about other men than they do themselves, and it doesn't make any sense, bud. At least
it's not really in the water. It is in the water because it's in watering shit down. This is what you get when you water information down. You get part of the information, which makes you curious, and then you base it on the bullshit you got instead of basing it on the information that you get from being curious.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, you have opportunity to learn something, but you want to call in and ask about another man. Or the other guy, he had the opportunity to call in and he's asking about other people. Now, give it to the 60-year-old guy, but young man, please understand the information is sometimes right in front of you. We all guys like, you shouldn't be able to ask, how do I start? Especially if you've been listening to Bud as long as you have. That bothers me, Bud, because it's like you haven't been listening then. Does that make sense, Bud?
Yeah, it makes sense, D, because motherfucker be saying call in a lot.
What are you saying?
And not only do we be saying call in, the number be up, the link be up, the email be up, everything be up, man. So they be tripping, man.
Everything's up, and yet they don't just. It's like they want to lose their whole life and they don't want to win. There's just no mentality. We want you guys to win, but y'all are not doing anything to win, gentlemen. And again, y'all cannot expect women to fuck with you with this kind of attitude, bud.
No, they can't, man, because they're not used to winning. They're used to playing. They them kind of guys that got trophies, whether they won, lost, or draw. Motherfucker didn't even come to the games and he got a trophy. That's that damage that's done when you don't compete.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, you get a fucking trophy for showing up, man. Yeah. You ain't gotta ever compete.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand, gentlemen. This is nothing but opportunity for you young men. It's nothing but opportunity, and y'all are just not taking the opportunity that is right before you, and you're wasting these moments, and you're wasting time and everything. It just the math doesn't math, but this goes to show why they will always be stuck in the realm of just daydreaming. Bud, talk on that real quick.
Well, I mean, if you have no alternative but to daydream, when at night you have nightmares because you see how the reality of what you're doing is going to leave you, and in the daytime, instead of you really trying to achieve something different, you just daydream about goddamn what you could possibly do, what you think you could do, what he's going to do.
Guys, so last round of questions. We are about to wrap this up, guys. We appreciate all you guys out there, guys. Make sure you check out Rosebud as SWU. But just look, the emails are get at him at askrosebud@gmail.com. Just get at him at askrosebud@gmail.com.
Yeah, man, and go to the site sidewalku.thinkific.com.
And y'all get there, soak it up. Y'all got it. But we got y'all guys. Guys, just learn about that. But guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Guys, we're going to see y'all later, man. And we out this bitch. Peace. We'll see y'all next Monday.
All right,